and we're here. We're live. We're back, and I have a very special guest. I'd like to welcome on the show. Hello.
Hi, I'm actor Steven Doof.
Hey, Steven. How's it going?
You might have seen me in some anti-smoking commercials.
Is that right? Did,
Yeah.
what was the last movie we saw you? I don't even remember. Like, I can't remember the last movie I saw with you. And
Well, everybody won't shut up about Black Widow.
It's good. I hear it's really good.
I hunt out the good shit because I don't want to be in Black Widow.
Why? Why don't you want to be?
Well, they didn't ask me anyway, but still.
Okay.
It looks like garbage. Looks like a bad video game.
Really?
I'm embarrassed for those people. I'm embarrassed for Scarlett.
Oh, Steven, I started watching it. And I thought it was pretty good.
Well, I'm sure she got paid like millions of dollars. But I'm embarrassed for her.
What? What? You don't have to be embarrassed for her. She's doing great. She's doing fine. She's just doing fine. ScarJo's doing great. I want to know what's your latest project, Steven?
It's an anti-smoking commercial.
Right.
Me and Ray Liotta get paid the same.
All right. Well, oh, Ray Liotta, really?
Okay, I'll just stop.
I didn't know when to kick you off. I was enjoying it.
I don't know why I was trying to do Gilbert Gottfried. I was like,
I couldn't remember what Steven Doof sounded like.
I don't even know. I can't even remember myself. That's how long ago I've seen him in a movie.
Hello. I forgot to tweet, so you got to lead the show for a second because I can't do two things at the same time.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna be here though. I'll just be silent.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Starfleet Boy After Dark. My name is PJ, and while Starfleet Boy is tweeting out this link to this thing, I'm going to go through some movie news. Nothing happened this week. So anyway, Black Widow came out today, premiered on Disney Plus, Premiere Access.
Oh, one quick thing. You can give spoilers if you want, but...
for Black Widow? No, I wouldn't.
Okay, good, because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the whole thing, so I was gonna watch it. I've started watching it. It was really awesome. I got up to the first time. Anyways, I'm not gonna say spoilers, but I got like 30 minutes into it. It was good.
My quick review is that Scarlett may have gotten paid, and I'm sure the other actors also did get paid. But, it's not the type of movie I'd want to be in. And I'm actually a bit embarrassed for...
What did Steven Dorff say something about this movie? Because I missed it.
No, he convinced me backstage that it was garbage. Even though I did watch it and really liked it. I watched it twice today. Twice, I say.
Oh my God. Is there going to be a PJ's media review coming out about it?
Well, I mean, we can do a... I thought we were going to do an after dark
no, we're gonna do
commentary.
We'll do. Yes, that's a great idea.
It's like, oh my God, what are they doing to those little girls? It's very dark. This movie's like, it gets into some territory. It's like, whoa, I didn't know Marvel would go there. No spoilers. I won't.
By the way, spoilers for the show tonight might be Braxton's first appearance on Starfleet Boy After Dark. He's just getting out of the movie and he's coming home now, so you might have someone to like do non-spoilery talk about it with. I'm so hype about this movie. I'm excited. Sorry, I'm still sending out this link. Hold on, I can't tweet to save my life. I'll be right back.
Well, you can't just leave me here alone. I don't know what to do with all of these people, and now you full screened me. No.
Oh, could you do promos for everything that you're doing in general? And could you do like a quick summary of Loki so far, the whole entire show? But I'll be back before then, for sure. I'll be right back.
So Loki is a show about a guy named Loki from Asgard, or Asgard, I don't know. And basically the show takes place right after the events or during the events of Avengers Endgame. And he goes to this place called the Time Variant Authority because he's a variant that shouldn't exist. And these people are pruned, but we find out, in spoilers, that they're not really killed when they're pruned. They're taken to some weird end of time place where they can live out their lives, I guess. And Loki meets a female variant of himself named Sylvie. And there's some kind of romance going on there. I don't know. I mean, Loki's probably the only person, if you actually told him to go F himself, he'd be like, gladly, you know?
Yeah, there's like a weird narcissistic thing, but it weirdly works. Like for the thing, it like weirdly works.
He wants to spread his glorious purpose on himself and others.
Wow, I've never heard it put it that way, but from now on, that's the line I'm using, which is I'd like to spread my glorious purpose all over the world. That's like it's really good.
Yeah, that's Starfleet Boy After Dark for you.
That is us for you. It's true. It's true. All right, I'm done sending out the tweet. The tweet is quote. I can have a little bit of peace of mind. That I did my job, because if I don't tweet, some of our audience don't find out we're on here.
You know what the next big movie is next week?
What is it?
Space Jam
2. Oh yeah. Why did I forget? That's awesome.
I love how Don Cheadle is the villain. he's an evil AI. They must have watched Star Trek Discovery or something.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait. Actually, it's going to be very good. So what's going to happen next week on Loki?
Well, they're going to find
I don't know why I just did that.
Kang the Conqueror, or I don't know, like some weird stuff, like I don't know, teddy bear version of Loki or something.
It's already confirmed, right, that Kang the Conqueror is gonna, or it's rumored, I guess, that Kang is gonna be the big bad in Doctor Strange in the multiverse. The multiverse. No,
they cast I think they cast the actor and everything. So.
Oh, for Kang. So, do you think he'll even? So, do you think he's being introduced on this show? That would be a really cool thing.
I think it's one of these. What's the devil guy they thought was in WandaVision? Not Morpheus.
No. Mephisto. No.
Mephisto.
Yeah.
I think this is a Mephisto situation where everybody's saying it's Kang, 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 and there are hints and Easter eggs and supposed clues, but it's going to turn out to be like Betty White or something. I don't know.
If it's Betty White, I will love this show.
People around the world would rejoice if she was some kind of like 2,000-year-old character or something. I don't
know. Hold on, sorry. You could tell I'm doing two things at the same time. I like how PJ's just letting me type. It's like, all right, fine. One more thing. All right, there. I sent everyone the link. Everyone has the link, PJ. I feel good. I did my job. Although I'm not liking these shadows. I always hate my lighting on Starfleet Boy After Dark. Wait, let's see. What happens if I do this? There, that's better. No more shadow. Oh, there's a shadow over here. There's a shadow.
What have you done?
I don't know. Did you see Anson Mount's Star Trek The Original Series tweet today?
No. What did he say?
In that episode where Kirk goes to that planet with the jellyfish, flying jellyfish things, and Operation Annihilate, where they find his brother's dead and Sam Kirk and all that stuff. So there's this scene where they stun all the colonists with like one like wide beam phaser blast or whatever, and he posted that and he's like, "What episode is this?" At William Shatner at Star Trek. I just love that he's adding William Shatner. I hope William Shatner adds him back, but like in a nice way. I hope he doesn't,
I have to see this tweet. My
Yeah,
computer's...
his email's doing good. You should lock on to his tweets. They're good. He does a bunch of good tweets. And something he tweeted about. You saw it.
I see it now. Okay, this one's a little tougher. Name the episode for which they clearly utilized the parking lot at Culver Studios. Tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, I thought he was complaining about the wide beam or something, but yeah.
He is wrong about Culver Studios, because I happen to know, since we did a episode of Starfleet Boy about it, that it's Northrop Grumman or something like that. Some kind of like research or some, I forget, some kind of facility, but it's not Culver Studios. Although,
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I thought it was Skid Row.
Where is the real Skid Row? I know there's a Skid Row in Seattle. Is there one in every city?
I thought it was one particular spot in California somewhere where it was like really bad, but
I think there might be more than one.
That's just from movies, I guess. I don't know.
That tells me there might be more than one Skid Row, because I'm going to look it up.
So too bad we can't talk about Black Widow spoiler stuff because it's too early, but at some point we're going to talk about Loki. Anything else that you're watching?
I am watching Babylon 5. I just made it to season 2. Have you ever seen that show?
I watched the first episode. I watched a bit of it when I was younger, but I recently checked out one of the remastered, slightly remastered. I mean, the CGI is still in a low resolution. It's just that the film elements are remastered.
You were 100% right. Skid Row is in California. It's in Los Angeles. I don't know why I thought there was a Skid Row in Seattle. But I did.
There's not much happening, and there's not much on anymore. I mean, Rick and Morty's going on right now, and that's...
I'm behind on that show.
It's going, in my opinion, it's going the way of Family Guy and The Simpsons, where it's like, okay, you're kind of just going through the motions now because it's profitable, I guess. And there's creativity and stuff like that, but it's just, I've seen all this shit.
Hey, Geek and Review. When is Superman and Lois back? Also, hello. It's back next week.
Yes.
Are you did we talk about the most recent, did you guys talk about, you didn't talk about it last week because I guess Father hadn't caught up, and he also hadn't caught up with Loki yet, right?
No, we didn't. We talked about the last episode of Superman 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we all did. Yeah, you're right. We totally did.
Because I remember complaining about like the backstory where Lois was oblivious to the fact that Clark and Superman aren't the...
Oh, yeah.
Or, it's
he casts the field. I remember talking about this. Marcello!
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. Buonasera. Buonasera. Come stai?
Good.
Buonasera or buonanotte? Are we already in buonanotte?
No, it's buonasera, I think.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are talking about Superman and Lois?
No, we were just kind of like, we're trying to figure out what's new in the world. Like, there's nothing. It's just Black Widow. There's nothing else new, right?
Yeah, but we. Do we usually? We usually pick a topic and then we usually go off that topic kind of quickly. So
July 13th, it's
That's not
coming
what we
back.
usually do. July what?
So it's coming back this Tuesday. No, or
Yeah,
the
this
upcoming
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And Loki's finishing this coming week.
Yeah.
Are you caught up
Yeah.
on Loki, Marcelo?
yes, I am. Yeah, I thought Loki's getting interesting, but I did.
Marcelo,
I
do you have
expected
your
more.
mic? Do you have your mic on automatically adjust volume? Because if you have it turned up, that's probably why we're getting all that popping.
Oh, I have it turned up. Sorry.
No. I
Turn
mean,
up.
if you don't have automatically adjust mic volume, that could be.
Oh, let me see. I could tell you. He has echo cancellation and automatically adjust mic volume. I think you could turn off the echo cancellation.
You don't need echo cancellation if you're using headphones.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Ruben, what's up, Solo? Why are you solo?
Solo is a game I should be playing right now, but it's not available yet on the service I play on. And they've gone radio silent on Twitter on me.
You must be
Really
so
annoying.
devastated. Did you cry?
I did. I did.
Oh, wait. Marcelo and Ruben, both of you speak?
Yeah.
They do
Do I
speak,
still
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Do it separately. Do Marcelo?
Testing.
Yeah. Oh, it's way better now. Yeah.
All right. And then Ruben, so it's testing. Oh, you're low now. Hold on.
No, he's whispering now. That's what he's doing.
Is he whispering on
Well, and I've been
purpose?
trying to keep my mic a little
No, he's.
further from
Oh
my
yeah, he's
mouth,
good now.
'cause
Why?
I know I talk a little bit loud, like my theater voice comes out, so I started learning to just move my
Is that
mic.
what they're calling Cubans now? Theater voice? No, I'm just
No.
kidding. Sorry.
7 years in theater is theater voice.
Sorry. No, that was terrible. I hope my Cuban friends forgive me for for saying that they're loud. That was terrible. I'm an honorary Cuban. Do I get away with it?
Well,
Am
I don't know, you may have
I think I
lost
may
that.
have
You
finally.
may have
I
lost
may have
that
finally.
title.
I may have finally been canceled. It may have finally happened.
Do you know we're living in an era now where people are constantly talking about
I'm in
themselves
constant-
getting canceled?
Yeah, I'm constantly. in
Everybody's
fear.
like, "Oh, I said something. I'm going to be canceled. I said this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be." I do it all the time. Sean does it. You do it. Everybody does it.
Oh, I make jokes to my friend Eddie in Orlando all the time, and at the end of them I put cancel. You can use this in the future to cancel me because I know. Like I made a joke about Joss Whedon. I'll say it on air. I don't care. Where I was like, the genius of Joss Whedon. You love messing around with young women, so you write shows where you cast nothing but young women. Hashtag cancel Ruben.
Cancel everybody.
Well, it's not
Lou
like
said-
that J.J. Abrams who keeps he keeps the actors locked in a basement, chained up, feeds them dog food.
Oh wow.
No, I'm joking. I'm just trying to get this guy down here going.
And
I was
I'm
like, wow, all that
uh,
work and his movies still suck.
I'm just here in the corner, just biding my time.
I
There's
am
gonna come a
interested.
day.
I am interested in the new 7 iterations of Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man that we're going to get in the next couple of years.
Can't wait till they all
Multiverse,
fight.
baby.
There
all
is a
fight each
multiverse
other.
of madness coming. Blue says no one could possibly cancel Starfleet Boy. From your lips to the mob's
God's ears,
ear. No, the mob's ear, because you're canceled by the mob. You're not canceled by any. And I don't mean like the mafia. I mean like mobs of people who have no idea who you are. Will just gang up on you.
Starfleet Boy. Sorry to tell you.
Can I bring up something about Loki that doesn't make sense to me?
Yes.
You know how they have variants, and they're all like, one's a female, one's like, you know, the older dude, what's his name? Richard E. Grant, and one's an alligator. Okay, if there is one sacred timeline, right, that they want to keep in check and just keep that timeline going, so to speak, that's what was told to us.
yeah.
Then where is the room for multiverse versions of everybody? Wouldn't that be other timelines as well, or?
Okay, so what happens is Loki's special because remember he started off as like a blue frost giant or whatever, and then he turned into his humanoid form. So all the different Loki variants start off as that frost giant baby, and they could turn into something else. So one Loki variant turned into a girl, another Loki variant turned into an alligator,
Are
another
you
Loki.
sure about that?
Yeah,
that
1000%.
doesn't seem right at all. Loki was born and then he was an alligator.
Yeah.
because what they're doing in the latest episodes, they're showing their Easter eggs galore of different variations of comic book characters, like the Thanos copter, which obviously the Thanos
that was cool.
That we know wouldn't have that.
I'd forgotten there was such a thing as a Thanos copter, and then I was like, oh, I actually remembered that.
Yeah.
I love the Infinity Gauntlet stuff and Thanos stories.
So Loki's actually the first Marvel property that's physically showing us there can be like other actors playing a Loki or a Spider-Man or a this and that and the other thing. And DC's doing the same thing. We're going to have a Flash movie with two different Flashes, a different Batman from Ben Affleck, and whatever else, Supergirl, a different Supergirl.
Variation's the name of the game. Where we are literally in the multi. I mean, humans understand what multi. It is madness.
It's a one-stop shop. That's what
it
is.
Humans already understand the concept of a multiverse, so it's like Hollywood's capitalizing on this, especially like these thought leaders like Kevin Feige and stuff like that. Star Trek already did it like a million years ago when we had like Crazy Riker who was like, don't send me back fucking there. You know, like, so I feel like people who are watching TNG already like were ready for the multiverse. But finally the rest of humanity is ready for the multiverse. And you know what also, there's like UFOs have been declassified now, and like, what are they actually called, PJ? They're not UFOs.
UAPs.
Thank you, UAPs. It's just so convenient. It's like
nobody cares. Nobody cares about it.
It's so close to WAP, which we don't want to talk about. But
you know, the only way to get people's attention is if it was like an Independence Day style kind of showing. You know, like a big ship or something that comes really close and shows itself to everybody on New Year's Eve in Times Square or some shit. That'll never happen, and that's why nobody will care. We could go into the next 30 and 40 years and actually find alien bodies, alien tech, and it'd all be declassified and whatnot, and people still wouldn't give a shit unless they had like Spock walking around, or, you know, not Spock, but, you know,
they wouldn't care.
What's a good example?
We're
Paul
like completely...
from that comedy, you know, like a never mind. Go ahead.
The one that's the one that everyone's waiting for, the expectation, the one that we're all waiting for, the one. Hey, PE, what's up? The one that we're all waiting for is an actual freaking spaceship entering our atmosphere and like hovering over one of our cities. That's the one that's gonna freak me out. Like, I'm okay with like dead alien bodies and like, hey Pabs, do you want to come on? By the way, let me know in the chat and I'll send you a link. We're so like, you know, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the spaceship to enter the atmosphere and welcome us into the Federation, hopefully, and not going to
happen. It would be totally irresponsible. They know this is. I really believe this. If they're out there and they know, and there's some kind of prime directive or whatever, they know for a fact we are so mentally unstable as a society, and just in general, just throughout the world, that it wouldn't work. Like it would end up only being interpreted as hostile, even if nothing happened that was violent.
I think aliens that could travel across galaxies,
they wouldn't want to do that. It'd be irresponsible for them to do that.
They don't even need to get anywhere near our atmosphere to know what's going on here.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
I mean, we could read license plates from space, so imagine what they could do.
It's within the realm of actual technological achievement that we might be able to do the same thing, where we can observe even closer, like the surface of planets very, very far away, with powerful optics and like imaging technology. So it's possible that that's how everyone is observed. There's also like like, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a new kind of like understanding that the universe is expanding at such a rate that it's almost impossible. There are possibly advanced civilizations, but the distances that are in between us are probably so great that it's probably impossible for them to actually physically reach us, even if they know that even if they got our like radio signals or, you know, or whatnot, or have an idea that there's like life on this planet. And so it's kind of a crazy thing to, I don't know, it's very improbable, but hopefully we'll get it. And since we have the multiverse, I was gonna say, I heard this theory, PJ, you might like this. You know, the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland at CERN? Do you know CERN?
I am, yes.
So I went there. It's pretty cool, but that's beside the point. Someone speculated that when CERN ramped up to full power, when the Large Hadron Collider ramped up to full power, it actually may have destroyed half the universe, and so the next universe over merged seamlessly with ours. So meaning, like, you know, like if there was a mirror universe that was just almost exactly like ours, but just slightly different, it merged with ours. So that's why, like, people don't remember. That's where the Mandela effect may have come from. Like, some people remember this movie called Shazam or whatever, and some people remember, like, you know, walkie talkies and ET, and other people. No, that's a bad example. But anyways, it's possible that
In
two.
the other universe, Spielberg added more.
Yeah,
guns
and
to
since
ET.
we were at the epicenter, right? Since we were at the epicenter, half of humanity is from this other universe, and they don't even know they collided with our universe.
In this slightly different universe, ET comes
It's like-
down in a mech suit and starts destroying humans.
E.T. phone home.
ET kill everyone.
In that universe, does Star Wars exist? Or does George Lucas exist?
The prequels are.
He does. I
better
mean,
than the
in
originals.
our universe, he does, and they seem to know about it. The way that aliens could be watching humanity could be similar to how civilized people observe the various uncontacted tribes in remote parts of the world, or a duck blind like Star Trek has shown us. There could be like duck blinds all over the place. Star Trek: The Next Generation.
The Picard.
The large insurrection, the Large Hadron Collider being turned on could have been what resulted in Donald Trump getting elected president. Oh my gosh. Let's blame the Large Hadron
Well, that was
Collider.
Neil deGrasse Tyson likes the simulation theory, and he was saying that was proof of the simulation theory.
What is the dark force theory about alien life? Does anyone know it?
I feel like I do, but I don't know if I've heard that specific phrasing about it. But what is it? Tell us, geek.
Geek, tell us. Do you know, PJ?
And I'll,
I'm looking it up.
yeah, me too.
Did I answer your question about the Loki variants, though? Do you guys agree with me? I know Ruben's not watching Loki, but he knows of Loki.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I wholeheartedly disagree with whatever you said.
Oh, okay.
Your argument to me, at least on surface level, makes some sense. Tiny
Just
bit
as
of
long as
sense.
I'm on the surface level, I'm happy about that.
Tiny bit.
Did you guys did such a great job, not you, Ruben, last week on on Starfleet Boy After Dark as the main host. I really appreciate it. I was wishing hardcore that you could be at Galaxy's Edge with me. PJ, would you ever go to a theme park?
No.
Never? What if it's a Star Trek?
I'd rather just get laid after 12 years. So.
I wish that for you.
Well, 10 years. 10 years.
10 years.
Almost
I've had
10
droughts.
years.
I've had droughts just about as long as that, by the way. So I don't know. I don't know if that helps.
I'm at 44 years. Yeah, my wife's really pissed off about it, but I'm like, hey.
Marcella, would you go to Galaxy's Edge? Would you go to the theme park?
If I was in a better financial situation, I would probably consider it. But if they made a Star Trek theme park similar to Galaxy's Edge, I would want to fucking live in that place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ruben,
But, you know.
would you go to the Star Trek theme park at Universal Studios, one of the islands of adventure? Star Trek
A Star
Land.
Trek theme park would probably be the only way to ever get me back to a theme park. Because I detest theme parks. So, but a Star Trek one, I don't think I could say no. Especially if it's TNG era themed, like DS9.
What if
Or
they made it
really
like,
any era, I don't really care. TOS.
Yeah. What if they designed it like Yorktown, for example, right? But Yorktown on the ground, right? That would be awesome.
They do have this cool
Yorktown
technology.
Station?
Yeah.
They have this
Yeah,
cool
from-
technology. It's kind of, how the Mandalorian uses the screenscraft, I forget what
The AR wall.
stagecraft.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
They They have a room that's basically the same idea. So the floor, the walls, and the ceiling are all screens. And at the Star Trek theme park, they could have that as a holodeck, a faux low deck.
I think a holodeck is a great idea.
I think a holodeck will be the end of humanity.
Yeah,
I have a question for the Loki. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Marcelo. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, I know. If I had a holodeck, I would finally get the girl of my dreams, and I would do some questionable shit.
It would be okay, right? Because it's in a holodeck, as long as it's in. That's a really good topic. Actually.
I don't.
Well, I mean, what are holodeck ethics really? Because
can we table?
Shit
Yeah,
that goes on, in my opinion, on holodecks. Where I'm like, whoa, wait.
Can we table this for like when we're more drunk, or should we just start talking about this right now? like, or I don't know if everyone's drunk.
Can I
but
just
we're
say?
a little tired. Or
Can I just say one thing, and then Ruben, you can jump in. Technically, the only person that I would be hurting is my own is my own conscience. I wouldn't be hurting anyone else unless the holodeck character that I create becomes sentient, and then of course I'm really fucked, because then I have to do some ex machina fucking shit.
I have a question. Who are the holodeck miscreants we've dealt with? It's Barkley, Geordi.
Moriarty?
No, miscreants. Just people who kind of do questionable things in the holodeck. We've got Barkley for sure.
Space Nine, wasn't there?
Did anyone use the holosuites in a kind of a...
And then Tuvok write
Are you
that
kidding
novel
me? Did
on
anyone
Voyager?
use the holosuites on DS9 in a questionable way? Of course they did. That's all they did it for.
No, I know,
There's
but was there an episode? I can't
so
remember.
much.
That
There's so much spunk in the filters. It's unbelievable.
You could populate a planet with all that seed.
Oh my god.
Voyager had that episode where the novel that like Tuvok wrote. Didn't Tuvok write it? Or somebody wrote that novel.
It was an abusive holodeck episode.
Well, somebody wrote a novel about a mutiny on the Voyager.
We have a Voyager expert. Shout out to the Janeway podcast. We'll have to ask them that question about it. But,
so in terms of the holodeck stuff, like, would you design like your fantasy person and then like just have like simple relations?
You could do a Leah Brahms where you could design a real version of a real person that's like.
I think
it's insane.
I think there would be protocols against that though.
Geordi did it.
Geordi your best friend married the
No, Geordi didn't have sex with that hologram.
He did something with it. I don't know.
No, he did not. He didn't.
What were you going to say?
I would think in a time when you had the holodeck technology like that the computer would be like, create Deanna Troi naked for me so I can do her. The computer would be like, No,
Barkley was doing it. I am the goddess of empathy.
He wasn't having sex with her, though. Come on.
I 100% guarantee you he was having sex with that.
Maybe the head has to change. Maybe the head has to change when penetration happens.
No, I swear to you, he was totally having sex with the goddess of empathy, which was happened to look like Deanna Troi.
Oh, I didn't.
What is just happening? Okay, wait, real quick
that
sidebar.
Was before anyone entered the holodeck.
I didn't see this, but Geek in Review answered our question from earlier. Imagine the universe is a forest at night, and every race, including us, is a creature in the forest. As we roam the forest, we avoid each other, as no one knows what's out there.
Yeah, it's basically a theory that alien race species avoid each other on purpose. Effectively, because it's just safer.
And I suppose there would only be alliances out of desperation or something.
The Landstrad. What's happening in the land? I want to know what's happening in the Landstrad.
Like Star Trek, where there's like territorial fights and whatnot.
PE says, at Marcelo's suggestion, I started watching the show For All Men. Oh, I gotta watch that show. For All Mankind on Apple TV Plus. and I'm loving it. It has alternate history, space exploration stuff, and solid drama. It's definitely worthwhile. Oh, I gotta watch that show.
I need to cancel my Amazon.
Ronald D.
and
Moore
my-
is awesome.
Where
I
you
gotta
say you
cancel
guys-
my other streaming services because I can't have them all, right? Like, so I gotta sacrifice a couple to check out Apple TV for a bit because I'm literally tapped out, man. I just don't know watch the. I'm literally just spending most of my time going through the menus on the streaming services and not actually watching shit
rewatched
unless
Ted
it's
Lasso.
brand new. By the way, Ted Lasso was awesome. I watched that in
season 1, right? So good.
I just rewatched the whole thing.
Also, another good
awesome.
original series on Apple TV Plus is The Morning Show.
Yes, that is also
but
good.
That's
I've not seen it.
That's a little bit more political, I will say. So if that's not your bag, that is one thing that you might want to consider.
Amazing.
I don't
Stories is
know.
pretty good, too.
Yeah,
Second.
The new
Reese
Amazing
Witherspoon
Stories.
is pretty good. Amazing Stories. No, I haven't seen that. Is that on Apple?
Yep.
Oh,
The
you
only
know,
ones
I
I've
saw.
seen from Apple are Ted Lasso and The Morning
Bitch
Show.
ass
so.
Spielberg signed with Netflix. Mr. Netflix is killing movies. Like
What's
4 years
still-
ago, now
Spielberg's-
he's like, give me money, daddy.
Spielberg's gonna do a movie on Netflix
He
every
just
year.
signed a deal with Netflix.
Oh my god, I'm so
I don't think
excited.
it's just one movie. I think it's a few movies.
Ruben, you might remember this, but remember a few years ago they were talking about some kind of streaming service where movies would come out theatrically and on this video service for like a premium price.
Right.
And Nolan was against it. Scorsese
$50
was
or some crazy price too. Wasn't it?
yeah, and I think Scorsese was okay with it, but then again, like Nolan and maybe Spielberg were like, no, don't do that. But now we're living in an actual reality where Black Widow is on
I
Disney
have
Plus.
it. I know. I can watch it.
huge
It's
movie.
so crazy. Like it's a huge movie. It's so crazy. I'm ready to watch it.
And you can watch it at home at a premium, although you do have to have the subscription as well. And you can just go see it in theaters. I only got the premium thing because I couldn't see it in theaters because it was sold the fuck out.
Do they have Black Widow on Disney Plus? Like for $30?
Yes,
Right
it's
now.
already available. I started watching it. I watched 30 minutes of it.
I
Highly recommend For All Mankind from Geek. Also, PE says the holodeck would be a great place to do psychotherapy. This is true. Mariner kind of used it for that in an episode of Lord X. That's the one.
Crisis Point.
Crisis Point. Such a great fucking episode of Star Trek Lord X, which Ruben will never watch because he sucks. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. You don't suck.
Paramount Plus,
Ruben, Star Trek: The Motion Picture is coming out on Paramount Part Plus, the director's cut in 4K UHD. Right, PJ, I got that right. Right. Yep.
Yeah, I heard. I heard the report from Trek movie that it was coming out on physical media, but I didn't hear the report that it was also going over to digital.
The first 4 Trek films fully restored in 4K on 4K disc in September, I believe. But they are releasing just for now. I'm assuming they're going to do the other 3 movies later, but for now, they're going to do the director's
cut.
the restored version, which
Of it,
was
yeah.
restored back in the day, but it was restored not in a. It wasn't future proofed, basically.
It was in
was,
SD. It's actually, if you own the Blu-ray for Star Trek: The Motion Picture, you get the theatrical cut in HD, but
The
you
standard
get
definition.
and the standard definition for the director's cut, which it's like so awful.
Yeah,
So it's
no,
like
but if you actually if you're an Apple shill like I am, and you happen to have all the original Star Trek. See, I knew I loved you for some reason. I didn't recognize that shirt. And if you have all the original Star Trek films on digital, the Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the director's cut is in high definition. So I don't know if they're going to upgrade that. I have no.
The director's cut
hey guys, hold
is
on a
not
second.
in high definition. It was never in high definition.
Guys, I want to welcome to the stream his very first time. I'm so excited. Braxton, what's up?
Hey, Starfleet Boy. Hey,
You're on the
PJ.
After Dark. You can say bad words if you want to. You can you can say shit, F word, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Braxton! It's so nice to see you. This is so
Thank
cool. I
you.
feel like I'm actually hanging out with you, like not at work. I don't know. Not that Starfleet Boy is regular as work or anything, but it's very cool.
Hey,
Um,
is my AC too loud? I can turn it off. It's just super hot.
I think it's fine. What do you guys think?
I can't hear
can barely
anything.
hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty
Good.
good.
How are you?
Awesome. I just got home from seeing Black Widow.
We were just talking about that
Black
actually.
Widow.
Has everyone here seen it?
No, so no spoilers, but talk about it with PJ who's seen it, Marcelo who's seen it. I don't think Ruben and I have seen it. I've only seen the first 30 minutes, but you guys can
It's on my schedule
non-spoilery.
for
Yeah.
2023.
Like I actually want to hear you guys talk about it. I feel like what are your overall impressions of Black? I know PJ thinks it's awesome, but what are the rest of your impressions of the Black Widow?
As a film that I was waiting for years, I thought that it has some problems, but for me ultimately it was a really fun time, and it was like a really awesome version of a Marvel version of a Bond movie.
Exactly. Yep.
And also it a particular event gets referenced in the film that just made me, go nuts. I don't want to spoil it, but it's
Do you, the two of you know what moment he's talking about?
I'm trying to think of it. I don't know.
Oh. It was only important. It was the moment that they said J.J. Abrams is the best director in the world.
I mean, it's not a
You
spoiler
guys-
to say. It's not a spoiler to say that there's a post-credit scene, and I think you're talking about that.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
No,
never mind.
but if I say it, well,
Yeah,
I'll just
Braxton,
say
spoil
it.
Braxton, did you
No.
watch all the way through the credits?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I stayed. I knew it was coming, dude. But yeah, I thought that that Black Widow was fantastic. I didn't think that I would like it as much as I did. I liked that it had a happy ending. You know, yeah, I thought it was a beautiful story. I didn't know that it was gonna be about like family and love. So that surprised me about it. But I thought it was.
I didn't want to know it's gonna be a happy ending, Braxton. I wanted to think it was no. I'm just kidding. Like no, I'm just
No,
kidding.
Black. No, he's joking. Black Widow dies at the end.
No,
Go ahead, Marcel. Sorry.
if I could just say one more thing about it, I thought the fight scenes were particularly visceral and heart punching, especially that first fight scene between Scarlett Johansson and her sister. I mean, oh geez, talk about a sibling argument going completely wrong, and it was really well done and really well choreographed. So, yeah.
I
And
hadn't
it's-
seen Florence Pugh in anything before. I thought that she was really good.
Her and David Harbour are amazing in the movie. She's funny. David
a
Harbour is
bit
funny. They almost like kind of take the wind out of Scarlett Johansson's character a bit. Like she's there and she's great and she's essential and all that. And I mean, I love her, but it's like when she's with her sister just steals the scenes. And then when David Harbour shows up anywhere, all the attention's on him then, and he has some great scenes with Florence Pugh. One in particular where they're in a bedroom talking, and I can't say anything, but man, it's just fucking so good. I really
And-
thought the movie.
Midsommar.
I think this movie's on par with like Winter Soldier and stuff like
Oh
that.
wow. Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah.
I'd agree. I didn't think that I would like it as much as I do. I think that movie has some rewatchability factor, and it's really good. Like it's action fucking packed. Yeah, I didn't feel at any point like I was bored. Like I wanted to get some popcorn, but I was like, oh shoot! Like if I leave for like 90 seconds, I'm gonna miss some good action.
my main complaint about it is that it has one of those third acts which visually it's exciting. There's a lot going on. You can tell what's going on and all this, but it's something you've seen a few times before in terms of like just the setting of the final thing that happens, and it's like it gets you get to that point where like it's the climax and there's lots of explosions, lots of this and that going on. It's like you kind of just blank out in some parts. You're like, this is okay. 10 more minutes of it, and it's like I'm not holding it against the movie. I'm just saying, in a great film, the third act was slightly the weakest part, even though it was still good. But I like the kind of endings like in Skyfall, the James Bond movie, where it's a little more like, personal, and it's a little stalkery, and it's not so much bing bang boom. There is like kind of like that Home Alone ending they have there, but I'm talking about like just like a slower, like stalkery atmosphere of the hero like trying to get the villain, like the final fight, but it's just two of them, as opposed to like everything's happening and 5 and 7 different people are punching and jumping off the thing, and then this one falls off a thing and they gotta be saved and all this stuff.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch it.
But the money's there, man. Like it's good to see at home on the premiere date on a streaming service a movie that was clearly meant for the big screen, and I wish I could have saw it on Thursday, but I couldn't. But,
is it an IMAX? I want to go see it in IMAX. Pab says, has season 2 of Ted Lasso dropped as a sidebar real quick? Yes, it will drop on the 23rd of July, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So yeah,
that's exactly the day I'm getting Apple Plus to watch that and For All Mankind.
Oh, that's awesome.
And check out the other shows.
Geekin Review says another alt history thing that was good was Man in the High Castle, but obviously a tad darker. Oh, was that good? That show?
That's Frank Spotton. It's from the X-Files fame. Yeah.
It's a heavy show, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
You seen that, Braxton?
I interviewed
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso and the Man in the High Castle.
Oh no, I haven't seen
the
that
effects
yet.
team from that.
Wait, who do you remember, Ruben?
The effects team.
The whole team?
Well, 3 of them, not the whole. Not all 50 of them. But
it's amazing.
Yeah.
There's
a lot I interviewed the whole staff.
What were you gonna say, PJ?
I forget.
Okay, we'll move on to the next.
I don't think I was going to say anything.
Apple TV Plus will also be having a new... Yes! I'm so excited about Foundation. I can't tell you how excited I am about... I'm a nut for Foundation. I've only read the first novel, though, so I now have to read all the other ones. But I'm a nut for that novel. I'm so excited that it's being made into a movie. Based on the Isaac Asimov sci-fi novels. That will be coming out this September. Yeah,
Is it about a charitable organization that goes like, really bad or something?
Something like that. Yeah, it's so it's just in a nutshell. It's just I can't even describe it. Read or get the book on tape or just watch the series when it comes out. I think it's going to be epic. It's going to be really, really good. I'm really excited about Foundation. What did you guys think of the Brave New World on NBC? Did any of you guys see Brave New World?
I watched it.
What did you think of it overall?
I liked it.
What about you, Marcel? Did you say you saw it?
I've never heard of that. Sorry.
For one of their earliest first shows on that streaming service, it was pretty good.
I was impressed. That's what I'm expecting from Foundation is something...
Foundation looks 100 times
million times better.
God.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like
Foundation looks amazing.
New World, for the first time I thought, wow, this is kind of like the effects of kind of caught up to...
You, man, once CBS crumbles, Apple buys them, they reboot Star Trek. Bam! They pump in that money. What?
PE says, I saw Black Widow last night. It was a big budget MCU film at a movie theater with a large audience, not wearing masks, just like old pre-COVID times. How did you feel, PE? I'm not sure if I'm ready for it, but I kind of am. I went to Disney World, by the way, and so I felt pretty safe at Disney World. No, you're not obligated to wear a mask, and I trusted the science, I have to admit, and I did not wear my mask. I probably should have been smarter, just in general, because just in general, you could still catch colds and all the normal stuff other than COVID. So wearing masks in public is actually like not a bad thing. A lot of my friends I'm Asian, and a lot of my Asian friends wear masks in public, just because they're trying to avoid catching just like the regular cold or whatever. But I grew up as a dirty American, and I like, being exposed to the pathogens and having herd immunity. So I felt pretty secure at Disney, and I didn't catch anything. Knock on wood. Let's knock on wood over here. But yeah, I didn't wear a mask at Disney.
Anything
I'm sorry.
that you know of.
Yeah, I didn't.
You probably got the Delta variant right now.
Oh, stop it! No, I did not. I'm Patient Zero. That movie, that terrible movie that I can't even remember its name, with Matt Damon. What is it called? The one, Contagion. I can't. That movie scared the heck out of me.
Contagion, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Gwyneth Paltrow in that movie is scary. There's a particular shot of her in that movie that's scary.
Yeah, that movie's
as hell,
really
right?
good.
Geek and Review says it's the story of Bill and Melinda. Wait, what are we talking about?
Foundation.
Oh,
Oh.
duh. Very good. Now I got the joke. Thank you. Good job, Rexit.
Speaking of Foundation, does anybody have any concerns about the showrunner for Foundation? Does anybody know who it is? Because I
No, I actually don't. Who is the showrunner? Is it J.J. Abrams?
No. It's David S. Goyer.
Oh.
He just did a good.
Anybody?
Goyer's an atrocity.
Ruben, help me out.
Who has he
Is he
sexually abused? Why do you say
That's
that?
what I was gonna
know,
ask.
Goyer.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Like,
Goyer
that's the first thing you
wrote-
think of, though, isn't it? Like, this is. Do you hear about this guy? Oh, he did.
No, but
He sexually
no, but I
abused
didn't-
somebody, didn't he?
No, I didn't. Look, I didn't.
Goyer's
What happened?
sketchy,
Sorry. What happened?
Goyer's very
I-
sketchy.
Okay.
Questionable.
No,
I
but
should say.
I said that because I had no idea that Goyer did anything questionable. I just wanted to see if you guys actually knew who was actually writing the show.
But what did he do to those? What did he do to those?
Well, he's
poor
the writer
nuns?
of. Yeah, I was gonna say he's the writer of Dark City, Dark Knight, Batman Begins.
He also did Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I concerned about him?
No, but sorry. My sorry. My writer's brain kicked in. Sorry, don't listen to me.
You don't like his movies?
So we're not supposed to listen to you now for the whole night.
Jumper.
No, I
What happened?
Steel,
happened?
Batman vs
I
Superman,
just-
Terminator, Dark Fate. Let's get to the
Starfleet.
bad things, guys.
All right.
Bad things there. Ghost
All right.
Rider,
Like-
Spirit of Vengeance, Jumper.
Okay.
Zigzag, the Blade Trinity,
Blade Trinity.
Nick
Okay.
Fury, Agent of... I feel
He's,
like these are not bad
he's-
credits. They look good.
All I wanted to say was
Death Warrant.
he's just a little bit inconsistent,
That's a
To-
good word for it.
to say the least. So that's all
That's
I
an
wanted to say.
understatement. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
I mean, he's good. He does good and bad things. He's like he doesn't have like a flawless track record, but it's not like complete garbage either. So
I feel like I like almost everything I've seen of his because I like the Da Vinci's Demons. Did you guys watch that show?
Yep.
That Da Vinci's hot. Like, have you seen that, Rex?
No, I haven't seen that.
Watch Da
Of
Vinci's
course, you would go
Demons.
there.
So
What is going
good.
on?
A lot of people talk.
does he have abs or something?
No, he's just like hot science guy, like from the Middle Ages, from the
Did the
Renaissance
terrible
period.
Krypton show, the terrible
Starfleet
Blade
Boy
show,
isn't that
Oh, so-
shallow.
No, she's not.
the
Hold
terrible
on.
Nick Fury show, the terrible Sleepwalker show. Like, I mean, there's some bad shit there, bro.
Hold on. I gotta just show you guys Da Vinci's Demons real quick, just so you guys can be convinced. Let me find a
Oh man,
image.
he's also doing
You're
Sandman.
trying to make us attracted to him.
No, no, I'm not
It's
trying.
not gonna work.
It's just gonna happen when you see him. I'm not trying to do anything.
It's
Well,
got
well,
a good, Rotten Tomato score.
What, Da Vinci's Demons?
Mm-hmm.
It was like an interesting show because it actually covered like realistic kind of history stuff, but also had just like, a lot of, eye candy, I guess. Here.
All right,
I'll
show us this guy's abs, man.
Did you get
Come on.
There we
Alright.
go.
This is the oh, what did I just do? Did I leave the studio?
2013
you're still
to
here.
2015.
Oh, how did I do that? That was so weird. All right, hold on. All right. Oh, damn it. Sorry. Window. latest. There we go. Okay, this is what I'm trying to share. Oh, damn it.
You gotta.
Starfleet Boy is doing that. Like I've drank too much where I can't find the. Okay, share control.
So it's on Stars.
It was on Stars. All right, here we go. This is Leonardo da Vinci, guys. That's what he looked like. This is.
He looks like a fucking douchebag.
I mean, look at that hair and that low cut cut top.
He looks no. I've got
No?
taste. No, but no, this is not it.
I mean,
This
I
is
know
not
he
the-
just looks like generic dude number 14, 13, 34. You know, like nothing really.
He's not giving
Stands
me
out.
even the slightest kind of chub right now. I mean, come on.
I like the jacket.
You know,
The
Starfleet
jacket's
Boy.
cool. Yeah.
If I met him out and I was drinking, I would totally sleep with him.
Yes,
get
thank you. Thank you. Thank
Would-
you.
I wouldn't even have to think about it.
There you go. All right. Done. Da Vinci's
I mean,
Demons.
you're out on location for weeks on end. A reach around for sure.
I heard good things about Constantine. It's not a good
He's
show.
no Steve Buscemi, I can tell you that.
Was the movie Jumper not good? I like the movie Jumper.
Was Bruce Willis in that?
I have a soft spot for Jumper because
No,
I saw
Paul
him-
Walker was in that, wasn't it? Jumper.
No,
that
that's-
was
No, that was Hayden Christensen.
That's Hayden Christensen.
Hayden
I have a-
Christensen.
I have a soft spot for Jumper because I saw that in theater with one of my best friends who at the time we were still drinking the prequel is awesome juice and so with that being said, Jumper
This
is
kind
just-
of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Jumper is just missed a really good concept, but executed poorly, I thought.
Oh, I gotta watch it again. PE says I saw Brave New World. This kind of sums it up correctly. Lots of drug orgies with techno music playing in it. This is kind of true about it. And it was on NBC. It was crazy. I felt safe at the movie theater. I got both doses of the vaccine, so hopefully that gave me superpowers of super immunity. Was your movie theater packed tonight, Braxton, for the Black Widow?
Yes, it was.
Ooh, was it fun to watch it with like a huge audience? Did you feel okay?
Yes, it was. You know, so I've seen A Quiet Place 2, also in theaters since theaters have reopened. You know, I love like getting everyone's like reaction and stuff. So the thing is, like, Black Widow was like super actiony. There were some things that like caught you by surprise, and like I really liked being like with other people and laughing at David Harbour and stuff. Laughing at Florence Pugh, like when they would have like these awkward moments. So I really enjoy experiencing like the reactions like of other people. Like,
Did
I think it's cool.
Did the Black Widow feel like a good movie to like kickstart normal life again, or like do you feel like we're waiting for like still waiting for another movie where you're gonna feel like okay, life is back to normal?
It's about love and family and feelings and togetherness. So yeah,
I like that.
It is a good movie to kick
I
off.
like that.
Like, getting back into the
To
theater.
normal.
Mhm.
PJ tried to get it, but it was sold out in his land.
Though I did not get what I wanted. I wanted like someone to hug in the movie, and I feel like I never got it. I got a lot of family, I got a lot of feelings, I got a lot of talking, but like I wanted people to just like hug it out, and I feel like they never did.
Oh, that's really sweet.
They probably filmed it, but they were like, "Ooh, let's not
Cut that
show
out.
the
Let's
hug." Uh-huh.
there might be hugging in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse. We'll see. Is that the next one that's coming out? What's the next film coming out?
Shang-Chi.
Oh,
Ooh.
and that's also going to be streaming at the same time, right?
Dude,
No,
the fucking
no,
Shang-Chi
no.
trailer
That one's
was
totally in the
no
movie. Oh,
joke.
yeah, that trailer is
It's-
cool. Yeah.
Are you guys reading about Hawkeye?
No, I haven't
That's-
read anything about it.
That's coming to Disney Plus right after.
Isn't Florence Pugh in that?
Yes, that's right.
I would assume so.
Can't say much about.
And yeah,
Can't
we're not
say-
going to tell
yeah.
you why.
Dude, that is gonna be badass, dude. It's like, ooh, wow, dude. I can't wait till she's on their tail. Like, ooh, damn. Like, ooh, damn.
Yeah, if I could.
Good.
Yeah,
I saw the bit about the arrows, so maybe that has something to do with it. That's interesting. All right, don't tell me anymore.
I'll just say one more
Jeremiah. Oh, sorry.
thing. One more thing. Budapest.
Budapest.
It's
Yeah.
Budapest.
Pest.
Budapest.
Budapest. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Everybody sing. Was a good friend of mine.
Do you guys actually know how to pronounce Budapest?
Budapest.
No, Budapest.
That's actually it.
I've always said Budapest.
It's actually
Nobody
Budapest. Budapest.
knows. Budapest?
Yeah,
It's
that's a boy
Budapest.
band that I just created called Budapest.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Ray Bradbury's Red Martian Chronicles would make a good streaming series. Hope they make all the classics into shows. Red Martian Chronicles, I feel like I know about that.
Oh, by the way, Richard Donner. We didn't.
Passed
That
away.
happened this past week, right?
Yeah, cheers. Rest
Okay,
in
so
peace.
we never talked about it. Okay.
Nope. Rest in peace, Richard Donner. He passed away.
Cheers.
95 though, not a bad life.
Ooh, dude, what a fucking good run. Wow.
Thank
Superman,
you for making me believe,
Goonies,
man can fly.
frickin' Goonies. It just that's like one of those like that was like probably it's probably one of the most influential movies of like my generation. I would say like
The Lethal Weapon films.
Lethal Weapon films.
He
yes.
directed
Oh, wow.
he directed the
Yeah.
William Shatner episode of The Twilight Zone with the gremlin on the plane.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I totally forgot about that, PJ.
Oh wow.
Wow. Because he was born in 1930, so he was already like. That's interesting. I like had hoped Richard Donner could have directed an episode of Star Trek, but that would have been cool if he directed in that era because it would have been neat to have him on Star Trek. But yeah, I have to check out the Martian Chronicles because I remember I don't think I ever read those books, but I know Ray Bradbury's work. I like his work. What was his show? Ray Bradbury's Mystery
Science Theater?
No,
Ray
it was
Bradbury Theater.
Theater. It's just called okay. Let's see. Agreed with Martian. Something Martian said made sense to someone out there.
It's about time.
There was a YouTube spin-off show about Jumper. No, I had no idea. Is it called Hopper? Hey guys, Braxton, since you're new here, I'm putting you in charge. Make it show. I just have to go to the restroom and make a new drink. So see you.
The Jumper Show on YouTube is Hayden Christensen on a trampoline for 12 hours straight.
Oh, real quick, Braxton, we are talking about holodeck ethics. I want to go back to that conversation. So if you guys want to go back to that.
Holodeck.
Oh wow. Okay, maybe we should wait until Starfleet Boy comes back. Are you guys super into Loki?
Yeah, well, it's good, decent.
Yeah, but I like it, but I expected just a little bit more from Marvel as far as the connective tissue
Yeah.
is concerned. But it's fine.
Okay.
But it's not. I'm sorry, PJ. It's not like WandaVision was for me, because WandaVision for me just blew my head off.
I think WandaVision is like, looking back now that we're almost done with Loki. I was all back and forth before, but now like I'm pretty sure that WandaVision is the best out of the bunch. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier is like second, and Loki, which is still good and I look forward to watching it every week, is like third on that list. Even though like I'm not knocking it for that, it's just not quite as good as the other previous shows. But Hawkeye is going to be amazing if it has Florence Pugh in it.
Dude,
Oh,
I think that Hawkeye is going to be amazing. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
surprised by how petite
Florence
she
Pugh?
is. Yeah, because like standing next to
Love
Scarlett
it.
Johansson, because Scarlett Johansson is a petite woman herself, and Florence Pugh is even smaller than her. So I was really surprised by that.
She's so
Pick
cute
that
though.
girl up and spin her around.
Oh, she's so cute.
You can pick that girl up and spin her around, man. Have some fun with her.
And I was
Hey,
also
man. Hey, that's some toxic masculinity right there, pal.
dude. That
No,
is
I'm
some
joking. I'm
toxic
joking.
masculinity right there.
We're allowed to be sexual creatures. Let's get over that.
Sorry about that.
Let's get over the sexual oppression of the society
You want to
where
hear
we can't
something?
where you can't whip it out like Louis C.K. every time. You know what I'm saying?
You want to hear something funny? Florence Pugh's an inch taller than Scarlett Johansson.
Really, dude?
I just looked it up. I just looked it up out of curiosity, and Scarlett Johansson's 5'3", Florence Pugh's 5'4".
But I think Florence Pugh has a kind of
I was like, I'm just curious. Let me look that up.
she's a bit thick, like in a good way. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
for Scarlett Johansson is like a little thinner in the like a little lankier for a short person. So I think maybe there's the illusion that she maybe looks taller when she's not. But actually, you go back and you look at two of them standing next to each other. They both look around the same height, but it's only when Florence Pugh or even Scarlett Johansson are standing next to like one of these 6 foot whatever actors that you can really see how small they are.
Yeah. David Harbour's really tall, or at least he looks really tall.
Oh, he's probably about 5'11", I'd say. David Harbour.
Okay, well maybe
I'm just
compared
guessing.
to like
I'm just guessing. He's
He's
probably 6'8".
6'3".
Oh,
Dude,
Jesus Christ!
So
I was gonna mess with you and be like, he's 4'8".
I've actually had a really hard time getting into Loki. Like I watched the first 2 episodes, but the thing is, like my mind keeps drifting, and I keep like scrolling Twitter and missing what's happening on the show, and then I have to watch it again, and then and then I like get back on Twitter and miss the show. Like the Scarlet Witch show, WandaVision. So
Yeah.
like like the first episodes didn't grab me, the first 2, but then I got to like 3 and 4 and I couldn't get enough. So I don't know, maybe like Loki has to finish, and like I'll watch like episodes 3 and 4 and I'll be like, oh dude, this is so good. But for me, Captain and Winter Soldier was the best of the shows to me. Like dude, like I was waking up at like 5 a.m. to watch that shit before going to work. Like, I really loved it. And I don't know, maybe it's like it's like a identifying thing. Maybe I don't know if it's because like I like Captain America anyway, but then maybe it's like like Falcon and Anthony Mackie that's like drawing me in. I don't know, but like I don't know, like with Loki, I feel like there's like no one character that I can like latch on to that I really, really like that makes me like want to watch like every week.
Yeah. What do you think of Mobius?
Oh, which is Owen
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Wow.
Owen Wilson's character. So the thing is, you know what, like I don't really care for like, banter back and forth. Like, oh, these two guys are just having like this like 2-man show, just doing a back and forth. I don't really care about that. Like, I like action adventure, sci-fi, fantasy generally. I think that he's okay. He's not enough to make me like watch the show on a weekly basis. Yeah,
What do
But
you
I know
think
that
of?
he died too, right?
Yeah. What do you think of Wanda in WandaVision being like essentially a villain by the end? Like I don't like her at the end of that show, and it's not a detriment. I think that's like a powerful thing that
So the thing
I was
is,
kind of rooting for so long, and then when I find out like she's keeping children like like she's basically torturing a town.
the
The more you
Scarlet
find
Witch,
out about it, it's like crazy. She's
the
a
Scarlet
real
Witch,
villain.
the Scarlet Witch in the comic books storylines, like she did a lot of really like bad things that really like affected people. Like when like she,
Right, but there were
took the mutants'
consequences in the comic
powers.
book.
Like there were like people who were like mutants who were like out flying and they fucking like lost their powers and like fell and died. Like I don't know. I feel like Wanda is not a heroic, like good figure. I feel like she's never really been.
Yeah, she's
Mine-
been like
Yeah, but the
teetering
difference
between.
is that there were consequences in the comic book. She didn't do that and not pay a price.
Yeah, at the end of WandaVision,
Here, she doesn't really
like,
pay a price. She just
Yeah.
walks away, having enslaved a town of people for God knows how long, and just walks away with nothing, no questions asked.
They're like, you've committed horrible crimes against these innocent people. Go on about your business now, honey.
But the thing
may
is,
go,
we
you
haven't
may
seen we haven't seen, like, I feel like this is like the midpoint, or maybe like 70% of the story that they're gonna tell with her. We haven't seen what she's gonna get yet.
No, but my main issue with WandaVision, to back off of Martian's point, is she got no consequences for what she did, holding the town hostage and basically torturing everyone. And I would have loved to seen her crack. I mean, really,
Dude,
really
she did crack, dude. Like she had like a fucking emotional breakdown and like made up all this shit, dude. You know, like I feel like she did crack. She cracked, and then like she was able to like get herself together and move on. You know.
And then she said, "Crack is whack," and she went on with her life. I just want to look. Florence Pugh, PE says Florence Pugh was in Midsummer. That movie was intense. I forgot I saw that, and she was really good.
She was also in a really great movie if you like wrestling. I'm not a wrestling fan, but the movie's pretty fun. It's called Fighting with My Family. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a really good movie. Nick Frost is in it.
God, she buries herself in that role where I forget she was in it. Like she looks so different. She has
really
black hair. Yeah, she's great.
Huh. I heard that Midsummer was good, but you know, I never saw it.
It's not as good as Hereditary.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's good, but it's very interesting.
There's yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to watch it a few more times before I can decide if it's good or not.
Who's that director who made that? Is it not Alvarez? It's not him, is it?
I can't remember his name.
But he
Freddie
made
Alvarez?
He made Hereditary?
Let
me just look that up. This director is very good.
Ari Aster.
Okay, well, this guy's like really good at making me feel uncomfortable in his like he's made. I've only seen Hereditary and Midsummer.
Yeah, well, those are only two movies.
Oh yeah, I want to see. Sinister was not bad.
He's only made those two movies. Everything else is a short film.
No, he made The Witch, didn't he?
No.
What?
The Witch was the guy who did the Lighthouse movie.
Oh, okay. I'm getting everybody mixed up.
Yeah. But he's only done Hereditary.
The Lighthouse was good too.
His next movie's coming out in 2022.
Who has seen The Lighthouse?
I haven't, but I'm dying to see it.
It's Willem Dafoe and wow, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is a really good movie, but if you watch that movie and you don't have any patience, you're gonna go mad.
Like it's super slow.
Yeah, and it's an experience, I'll tell you, because
there's a one-eyed seagull in it. I'm not gonna give anything away. Yeah. There's a one-eyed seagull in it, and it's like, what is it? What's his name? Robert Pattinson's character has issues with this seagull, and there's something that happens that's like, what the fuck? It's hard to watch.
Does it involve masturbation?
No, that's in there at some point, but it involves an encounter. I said pigeon. I meant seagull. One-eyed seagull. I don't know if I said pigeon, but there's a one-eyed seagull that he has an encounter with that it's like burned in my memory.
Dude, that seagull's a tough dude, man. He's been in a fight.
That seagull, you don't mess with that seagull. That was a real seagull, by the way, for the most part.
Also, the dialogue of the film, for people who watch it for the first time, it may take you a while to get used to the way that they actually speak in the film, because it's not something that you see every day.
What do you mean, like as far as like accent? Like, is that what you mean?
No, it's like Old English, Shakespearean, sort of dialogue.
That sounds so interesting.
Yeah. But I'm saying that if I'm just trying to prepare you, because nobody prepared me for that. And I was like, It took me a minute.
You had no idea what they were saying for like 20 minutes.
No, actually, I on my first watch, I was just like trying to process the movie, and when I went to see it the second time, I had to put the subtitles on.
Okay.
Because yeah.
Dude, I hate subtitled movies. I feel like I miss action when I have to look down at the screen and read what's happening.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, subtitles are hard to read, and as a disabled person, I read subtitles really really slow. So, like every time I put the subtitles on, sometimes I have to stop a scene, frame by frame, to actually read all the subtitles and then continue the film, which is
I saw
really
it in theaters.
painstaking.
Me and Sean did a whole discussion on my media reviews about this movie. A very detailed discussion. We both saw it in theaters. We were like the only people we knew who went and saw it in theaters. And man, we were just fucking going on and on about Willem Dafoe's speeches. It's just wow.
Yeah, he's pretty out there.
Hey, dude, Starfleet Boy like went to fucking like 7-Eleven or something.
No, he does this all the time. He leaves the geeks in charge of the asylum.
Can I just read a quote or two from Thomas Wake, Willem Dafoe's character from that movie?
Sure.
There's some gems in there. There's one where he's berating Ephraim, which is Pattinson's character, and he goes, "If I tells ye to yank out every single nail from every mouldering nail hole and suck off every speck of rust till all them nails sparkle like a sperm whale's pecker, and then carpenter the whole light station back together from scrap, and then go do it all over again, you'll do it. And by God and by golly, you'll do it smiling, lad, 'cause you'll like it. And you'll like it 'cause I says you will. Contradict me again and I'll dock your wages." That's just one line from the fucking movie, man. It's fucking...
Damn, dude. How did you remember all that?
And I'm reading a quote.
Okay. Blue, thank you. That's really sweet. Blue's awesome.
There's another one where he goes, "Oh, what protein forms swim up from men's minds and melt in hot Promethean plunder scorching eyes with divine shames and horror, and casting them down to Davy Jones, the others still blind, yet see it all, the divine graces to the fiddler's green scent, where no man is suffered to want or toil, but is ancient, mutable, and unchanging as she goes girdles round the globe, them's truth." Like, what the fuck?
It's like PJ's reading Shakespeare.
It actually is like that. Like the way he speaks is very Shakespearean.
Yeah.
In like an Irish fisherman kind of way.
Mm-hmm, totally.
Very, very, very a sea dog, arg kind of shit. Yeah.
And he has one particular speech that goes on for a while that is amazing. And me and Sean, when we were doing the review, I had written it down verbatim because I actually I can't say it, but I audio recorded the part in the theater so I could remember it.
PJ,
as soon as he starts going, I hit record on my phone. I was like, I gotta remember this.
Braxton, is that your pussy crying?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god! What?
His pussy is crying. I have a pussy too. His name's Arthur.
I have a...
PJ, what could your filthy mouth not say?
PJ doesn't have a filthy mouth. Only when he's mad. PJ gets mad and he has a filthy mouth, but otherwise he's very, very respectful.
Dude, I don't know, dude. Like I have heard PJ say some filthy things.
It's all on record at PJ's media reviews in Boat Rack, and sometimes on Starfleet Boy.
Dude, I feel like you just need to like look at me and your Twitter DMs. Like I feel like there's like a few. Like I sent you some gifs, but like, oh my god, what did PJ say with like the gif of like somebody doing like this? Like, oh,
PJ, are you shamed right now? I'm sorry.
No. No.
It's a I think it's a compliment. At least
Tis me, lad.
that movie's crazy. So is The Witch. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Robert Eggers is the guy who directed those two movies, Witch and Lighthouse.
Going back to holodeck ethics, Braxton, since you're here, is it okay to create a holodeck version of a real life person and have sex with them?
Yes, I think so. Like I was thinking, like when you said that, like I was thinking about like that episode with Jordy and Leah Brahms. You know, though that's kind of different. But
Jordy
he fell in love.
Jordy
fell
also
in
had
love
sex
with her.
with the warp core, so whatever.
Coolant leak. We have a coolant leak.
So now, okay. So question. So is it someone that you actually personally know?
Yeah.
Well, here, let me pose a scenario.
Okay.
You and your best friend marries a girl or boy who you absolutely love, but you're a good friend, so you don't do anything about it. An unrequited love, right? So now you go into holodeck and make your best friend's wife appear, or boyfriend or husband, and go to town.
That's what you call a damn good holodeck program.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
That's what you call loaded
that I
up.
had Jesse's girl.
I feel like it's okay.
I'm gonna create a
but it's
woman
not
like
right.
that.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Bryce.
You're saying you think it's okay?
I think it's okay, but at the same time, I would not want anyone to know that I was doing that.
It's okay for us to currently. Would you guys all agree with this statement? It is okay to fantasize personally, as long as you're not like exploiting it and putting it out there. But it's okay to personally fantasize about
Like
anyone.
fantasize like in your mind.
In your mind, yeah, about anyone you want, right? That's okay, right? That's still legally okay, right?
Legally.
Yeah, but I would.
Like the thought police are gonna come knock at your
Right.
door.
See,
I mean, we're almost there, PJ. Not to be a pessimist, but we're nearly there. But it is okay currently to just fantasize about anyone you want in your own personal mind, not sharing it with the world, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I would say it's okay, but the only
All right.
thing that I would.
So isn't that what the holodeck is supposed to give you in like a new experience of that? Like, shouldn't the holodeck be
Right, a realized version of your
imagination and fantasies?
Also, I think that I mean, I'm assuming that you guys are Americans. I feel like Americans are really conservative generally.
Yes, we are. I'm an American, and I grew up very conservative.
And and I think that like different like people have different like norms for like what is okay.
PJ's
in
not an American.
relationships. Well, I should say
I pee without touching my pee-pee. That's how conservative I am.
Do you have like tongs or something that you hold it with?
No, I just like kind of just gotta be steady, man. You just gotta center yourself.
I mean, and groups of people are really different. Like something that I was gonna say is that like like me and my friends, we don't all like sleep together and stuff. But like my Philly group of friends, like man, those dudes, they just like they're just like friends and they hang out and they fuck and it doesn't like really matter and they just like keep being friends. So like there are different kinds of friendships that exist, I mean, so for like those types of people, like,
I feel like you're shouting at me, Braxton. Like those types of people. Like I really feel like you're yelling at. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I'm,
when
I
I
get
say
what you're
that-
saying. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well,
I
how would the holodeck know the physical dimensions of the sexual organs and stuff like that? That would have to be like, so it wouldn't technically be a copy of them in every way if the computer
Well, I
didn't.
feel like it'd be like a deep fake. You know, like there's one base female shape.
Yeah.
You know, maybe variations in like size, and then you put
I'll tell you this.
Troy's face on it.
Aboard the Enterprise, which is a Federation starship, a Starfleet vessel, the way that the holodeck ethics seem to work is that there is no problem. It can take from medical records and recreate exactly like a person from real life. So like if you were like, because there is an important feature. The holodeck, with all its fun, it's a great tool for adventuring into space because it allows you to simulate possible scenarios.
You can teach
Yeah,
doctors.
it's a teaching. Yeah, you could simulate, but to be able to simulate, you need the most realistic conditions. And you see that in Voyager. There's an episode of Voyager, isn't there, where there's like an insurrection or something. It happens completely on the holodeck. What was that? Am I mistaken? Am I
No,
making
there's
that
the
up?
novel, the Holo novel. It's a mutiny on the.
Well, regardless,
But then
you
there's
can-
the other episode where they bring that Cardassian doctor.
Braxton's like-
They need to get a creature off of the Bellana.
Oh,
But the only one who has any knowledge is a Cardassian doctor. I forget his name. So
Oh,
they
yeah, I saw
recreate
that
him in the
one. Yeah,
holodeck,
yeah.
but it turns out he's
Yeah.
also like
But I
a
could have
fucking,
sworn there
like,
was
Nazi, like evil.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good.
There
yeah.
was an episode of Voyager, I might be mistaken, maybe it's Enterprise, where someone was running through insurrection scenarios on the holodeck to see what the best way to so from a tactical perspective, a holodeck needs to be as open and free and like expansive as possible to create the most realistic scenarios. And but you could abuse that like Barclay did and create a realistic version of the goddess of empathy to look just like Counselor Troy, and then he would fornicate with it.
I feel like what happens in the holodeck stays in the holodeck.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to know that shit.
But your commanding officer can. That's the caveat. On a starship, a commanding officer can not only walk in on your holodeck creations,
If you want to do a sexy version of Human
Yeah,
Centipede, with,
but they
you
can
know,
access
the bridge
and
crew.
what Barclay did was super stupid and risky because he should have known that like any one of his senior officers could have accessed those programs and like seen what he was doing.
Well, another interesting thing is like should the holodeck, like in Barclay's case, when Riker and people go, oh, where's Barclay, blah blah, and they go there before they enter his holodeck because it is your private kind of imagination box.
Right.
Should he be allowed to turn it off before anyone walks in?
Do you know Barclay right now? He was arrested for putting roofies in holographic women's drinks.
It's like terrible. Okay, here's the
It was called
answer
the
that I
Cosby
think.
program.
Here's what I think is the best answer. Even though
Oh God!
they were taken aback by what they witnessed when they went into his holodeck program.
Taken in the back when they were on the holodeck. What?
They were taken aback. Future people are so cool that they immediately understood what was going on, and while they were a little embarrassed about it, they were like, this guy's at least using this situation, this holodeck, to like come out of his shell and be himself, right? Like, and so even though Counselor Troy was probably feeling very objectified, and that's not something you commonly experience in the future, she was also at the same time so understanding and empathetic of his situation that she was like, all right, well, I'm willing to try to get where he's coming from.
She's like, I know, Barclay, that you've been coming out of your shell in various ways.
and if I'm not mistaken, they work closely together in the future, right? Don't they help bring Voyager home? Like, isn't that an arc, right? Like, don't Barclay and Troy work together?
I love how Troy takes upon
Is that
herself
not wrong?
like,
Is that wrong?
to take care of him after the Enterprise stuff. You know what I mean? She's still around,
Yeah, they
and
were
she's
still
still concerned for him. I think she has a certain love and affection for him in a certain way. Not sexual or anything, but I mean, you look at Voyager as I remember it, because those later seasons were the ones I really watched. Their relationship, I love how that continued. And when she appeared in Voyager, I thought that was a huge deal back then. Deanna Troy's going to be in Voyager, wow. And Barclay too. And it's like, I love that stuff.
Blue Spark says, I like this ship. Starfleet Boy, you are on fire. And then, thank you.
Fire!
Fire!
I am the god of hellfire.
From Hell's Hoth. Like, do you guys think I was out of line with my whole connecting all that holodeck ethics? No, I don't know.
Well, we know you'd recreate us all and fucking run a train on us. That's all right.
You're out of order. This whole panel.
I just want to be able to look back and make eye contact. My hollow self.
I do want to revise like my previous statement that started this, but I'm totally being serious now. I would just want to dance with the girl of my dreams and sit down with her.
See, that's nice.
I seriously, I would just want to have
That's
one
right.
dance with her.
Marcelo's the one who was going to do inappropriate things on the holodeck. I just remembered. That's where this all started.
Now he just wants to dance.
Now he just wants to dance. We convinced him.
Yeah.
With a finger up her butt.
We did a good job. We convinced.
Yeah,
No, but you can go into the holodeck and have.
Where
like,
did Braxton
nice
go? Did we
romantic-
lose Braxton?
You
Yes,
can go.
no,
You can go into the holodeck and have some nice romantic stuff. It doesn't have to be all dirty.
No, it does not.
Riker had that date where Picard hung out with him.
Picard's
Wait.
like, go
I
check,
have a-
old man.
I have a question. This is a really good question and a serious question. For those of you who are like canonists in this panel, Mariner is cleaning out some kind of schmutz from the holodeck. And it's implied in the show that is like bodily fluids. Like,
Jizz?
is that canon? Is that real? Does the holodeck
that,
just not
no.
beam it away into space? Like, what really?
I
What's
mean, I
going
feel
on?
like they don't need janitors.
No, but
You know?
wasn't
I mean, I have a Roomba for crying out loud.
Wasn't
That thing
she?
cleans the whole house.
Yeah. Wasn't she cleaning out the filters, right? What are those things called? The
Biofilters.
the
biofilters,
biofilters. Yeah. So I could completely see that.
Do you
would
think
be
if no
real.
one can find a bathroom and a holodeck is open, they just create a holodeck bathroom and go poop in like a gigantic palace or something like that? Is that like something that happens?
But if that's something that happens, wouldn't that
Computer, create mountain with toilet. Look, create
Like
Mount.
Rick.
Computer, create Mount Everest peak with toilet. No cold weather. Make it warm. Make it 80 degrees. Okay,
Dude.
great.
It's just like good etiquette not to do some things. Like, I feel like if you're staying at someone's house, like you don't want to like jerk off on their couch.
But that's what Mariner was cleaning.
Why
I think
not?
people take a poop. I think people do take a poop in the holodeck.
But see, here's the thing about the biofilters. I don't agree with that in Lower Decks. I don't mind it as a throwaway gag or whatever. But the thing is, if you're gonna do anything in there and bodily fluids are excreted, I mean, end program would mean everything that was there that came from the person would just. It's like how they recycle food in the food recycler. Like they just beam it away. They've had the technology for years just to beam any excess bullshit, like old food that they're not eating or
That's like that group of friends.
jizz.
That's what the Federation is. The group of friends that you named. People are just eating each other's recycled material on the Enterprise D. That's
Ass
what's
was great
happening
last night,
with
right
the.
But the concept is it's broken down to its base atoms and all this stuff, so it really
Yes.
isn't the same thing. I mean, like when Admiral Vance says, "What these
This is the best Starfleet Boy
Oh,
After
these
Dark we've
apples
ever.
are made of
these
shit.
cookies are made of shit." By the way, it's like
I'm calling it.
You know,
had
the
to-
thing is, like,
I'm having a guidance clap.
We went from holodecks to replicators. Holodeck
the
ethics to
Admiral-
replicator
Admiral-
function.
the Dabber will never say that. That is like Discovery bad writing again, because like I feel like that's the way that like people today might think about it, but like that far into the future, like they wouldn't think about it in that way. Like I think that
That's a really good
Discovery, like the writing of it, like feels like too current. It feels 2020, and I don't like it like that much sometimes.
you got a yes. You're totally right from the text message audience. We have a text message audience, so I couldn't put it up on the screen. Braxton, thank you for coming out. This is so exciting to have you on our After Dark program. Jeremiah says, that's worth the risk of the holodeck. In my opinion, if a senior staff seeing holodeck history, if it doesn't impact my opinion work output, it's no one else's business. Or yeah, it's true. It's a good point. This is a weird thing. New thing that's happening is like employees are asking employers if it's okay to have an OnlyFans. Have you guys heard of OnlyFans? Starfleet Boy has an OnlyFans, by the way. Yeah. And if you're curious, like,
his dick is huge.
But before, just plugging my OnlyFans, it's inactive at the moment. But give me ideas of what you'd like to see on OnlyFans, and if you're willing to, contribute to the cause, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I have to read the OnlyFans bylines again. But anyways, employees are asking employers. This is a real thing. I've actually heard about it firsthand from like friends who are in managerial positions. If they can have if they're allowed to have an OnlyFans, it's huge. OnlyFans.
Well, it's got to be huge. I mean,
yeah, I actually followed a couple of my favorite adult film stars on there. It's a good place to relax.
And so, can I ask you guys this question about the holodecks? Let's say I'm like okay with being a sex worker, right? And I'm legal, and I'm on the books, like I pay my taxes, etc. Could I rent out my myself on holodecks on holosuite or holosuite's like is the DS9 way of saying it, but could I rent out my personage to be used in sexual manners, and then I get a royalty fee for every time my personage is used? Is that like something that's okay?
Yes, but if you also get a royalty fee and a copy of whatever they did with your thing.
Oh my god. PJ, you win. That's in my contract right now. Like, I do get a copy to put on my OnlyFans so I can make more revenue. It's a good point. It's a really good point. That's crazy.
Sex work.
Yeah, me too. 100%. I 100%.
I'm subbed to only one OnlyFans page, Old Gray May. She can put some things up there, man.
Wow.
And she's 90,
Old Gray
90,
May.
91, 92. But no, I'm joking. I would never go on OnlyFans. I would want to pay to see one person fucking like, I don't know. Like,
what if you're thinking
do whatever, or even if it's a couple, I don't even care.
Porn is free, bro.
You get it for free,
yeah,
exactly.
Like there's so many free porn websites. I don't know why anybody would go to.
But not everyone's porn is free. So like I follow 3 people on OnlyFans. Wow, man, these dudes look fucking fantastic, and you can't find.
Give us the names.
Like
Give us the names.
Fucking anywhere.
What are the names? Come on.
Dude, I don't want to have to fucking open my fucking OnlyFans.
I was joking. I didn't really want you to do it.
Braxton, could you do me a favor? Can you follow my OnlyFans, please? It's Starfleet Boy. It's the same. I'm Starfleet Boy on everything. So if you could just do me the favor and do that, that would be amazing.
A widescreen monitor.
We have some comments. This is like the most interesting episode of Starfleet Boy After Dark I've been on. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
So OnlyFans now is what would lead to the Federation Society having a cultural norm of abruptly walking into other people's personal holodeck fantasies. Yes, no, like that's what I'm trying to. That's a good question. That's a good point.
That's a great point.
That's a really good point. I remember them talking about royalties in DS9. It's probably a thing. I don't think do any of the Star Trek actors have like royalty deals? I don't think any of them do. William Shatner was complaining about it recently because a lot of people think he continues to make money directly off of Star Trek, but he has no royalty claims.
They usually have some sort of royalty. It's usually very tiny, but he should have some sort of royalty.
He said he claims
all the main characters like Cisco, Dax, like all of them.
No, I'm saying yeah, I agree with you about like
All of them,
TNG
99% of
onward.
the time, they'll have a royalty percentage in the contract. It's tiny, but it's there.
So maybe William Shatner gets like $10 a year from Star Trek: The Original Series.
Probably, yeah, maybe.
Well, it's interesting. I doubt it. I don't think he says he doesn't get anything, but if he did get something, he should get billions.
Shatner, it's different.
He should get billions of dollars just from me. I watch it so much.
I can't believe Shatner doesn't have some sort of royalty from all the movies. The original series, maybe not so much because maybe back then they didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But 80s, 90s, like
Ruben touched William Shatner.
yeah.
I did with this hand right here.
Yeah,
These fingers right here were on his back, and then this one.
On his back.
No, this hand was
I was gonna ask, did he finish?
How's that feel, Mr. Shatner? Do you like that?
He's like, well, yes, I do.
Security.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So holodeck ethics. So we're agreed. Okay, so far what I'm hearing is we're agreed that you're allowed to live out your interior fantasies outwardly in the holodeck, and it can be as real as the holodeck is able to create.
And it's delicious as well.
And it's delicious. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
I mean, because you know what I think about the actual, like, you know when Picard first goes on the holodeck in the Enterprise D, he's like, the smells and like everything seems so real. So I'm thinking like a holodeck may have been around for decades. You know what I mean? Like in some form. But this is actually the first one where you can get the sense of smell, taste, and like you can literally drink.
Right, it's the most advanced version
like,
of it. Yeah,
the most advanced version where like you have a glass, you got a martini, right? So the glass is holographic, but the liquid in it is replicated water, so that when you drink it, it's real. Like the glass itself that it's in is a construct. Because I always used to wonder, like, they're on the holodeck, like, eating and drinking sometimes. I'm like, how is that holographic food that, like, goes in the mouth and then, like, disappears or something? But then I realized in the first episode of TNG, it's explained that it's a combination of force fields, photons, and replicated matter.
Someone in our text message audience is asking, well, they started out with fuck synthahale. The synthahale would be me, so hail, synthetic, so hail. No, F synthale.
Why?
But how does it work?
So synthale like tastes like beer, but it's not actually alcoholic, like synthahol, right? Like
right,
it
it's
tastes like booze, but it's like not.
I happen to know from our TNG discussions, we looked it up. The way it works is synthale or synthahol works just like regular alcohol, but once your body starts generating adrenaline, so like let's say red alert goes on, the adrenaline cancels out the alcoholic effects immediately.
Oh wow!
So you can get super wasted, and as soon as you need to be at duty for whatever reason, it cancels out the alcoholic effects immediately throughout your whole body, and so that's it's magical drunkenness.
Oh,
and
wow.
if you drink a lot of synthahol and then there's a red alert, you're like, automatic hangover. Oh fuck.
So that's how it works. I think it's I don't know if I would want synthahol. I don't know if I would want it because I think you have to learn to fail a little bit to be human. Like if you're always winning, like it's not good. So sometimes you should show up on the bridge with a slight hangover or inebriated and just trust that you'll do the No, I take that back. Never drunk captain. No drunk captaining at all. Never do it. Don't do it. I take it back. That was a wrong opinion.
Failure, whether it's in Starfleet or real life, failure shows you who you are and what you're made of.
Yes,
I
well
wouldn't
said.
really know.
Well
I've
said.
never failed at anything.
That's true. Ruben has never
You're a
failed.
screenplay
I can
writer. How is this possible?
I can vouch. I can vouch. He's never failed.
Are you
That's true.
perfect? You can't be perfect. Come on.
I mean, I'm close to it. I don't say I'm perfect.
Oh.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. I forgot to send someone a link. Damn it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, hold
It
on.
wasn't.
I'll be right back.
Oh my god. It wasn't,
Who did I put in charge last time? Braxton? Okay, you're in charge this time, Marcelo. No one talked about Loki, so you're leading the charge on Loki. I'll be back.
All right. So, the person who watched Loki on this panel, what'd you think of it? It's just me.
So I watched the first
I
two
didn't watch it.
episodes.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh
what is
shit,
it-
so wait, this is a spoiler for you? I'm so sorry. Let me take this off the screen.
Oh no! I
Alright.
got it. No. I got a
Braxton's
better
only
idea.
seen the first 2 episodes.
no.
Alright,
Oh,
be
he doesn't
right
know about the
I got
orgy
I
between
got
all the
I got
Lokis.
I got a much better idea. Fuck that. We're not gonna talk about Loki. What don't you like about Star Trek Discovery? What irks you about that show the most? I got a better idea.
Oh, so I love Star Trek Discovery. So let me take that back.
No, wait,
but I
no.
just
Oh, no, go ahead.
oh no, I love Discovery. Discovery is
Okay.
like the reason why I still have well actually the reason I still have Paramount Plus is because of RuPaul's Drag Race All Star Season 6. But I love Discovery. Like I watched every episode like multiple times. But I do think that the writing of it feels too current and too 2020 and like too like I don't know. Like I just think that it feels too current. I didn't think the same things about the older shows. But I don't know. I just feel like the writers are trying to like be too smart for themselves. But overall, I really like Discovery. So I shouldn't say so. Like it's a so like I shouldn't have said what I said exactly because that doesn't like totally encapsulate what I think about it because I actually love Discovery.
No. The reason
Oh,
why
you
I
like
said
it?
that.
The writing could be stronger. And
Yeah. No. The reason why I said that was I was just gonna say I didn't mean to I didn't mean to jump on you. I just wanted to get your a more detailed sort of explanation as to what some of your issues were with Discovery. So.
Dude, I love Michael Burnham. Like
Yeah.
Michael Burnham told that young lady in season 3, she was like, oh, like, let my belief in you sustain you. I said, damn, Michael. Like, dude, like I want to tell somebody that, dude. Like somebody be feeling down. I'd be like, oh, Angela, let my belief in you sustain you. And she
What
was
episode was that?
That's oh my god, I can't remember.
like,
I can't remember what episode.
dude, I can't fucking remember what episode it is, dude.
No, I mean, who was she talking to?
So I feel like they're like on that crazy space station, and she's talking to like, was she talking to Detmer or
The
like?
Admiral?
No, she's
No.
talking to a woman. I feel like
Oh, Philippa Giorgio.
no. I feel like she's talking to like a younger woman, and the younger woman
Tilly?
is having like.
Tilly.
I feel like it's not even Tilly. I feel like
So
the
who the
younger
hell-
woman is having like a crisis.
Adira.
Non? Oh yeah.
I think it's
Adira.
Non, dude. I think it's
Non?
It's either Non or Adira.
Or Adira, yeah.
Dude. And like
Yeah.
I feel like that person's having like a crisis of faith.
It's Forget Me Not. When they go down in the water and she has the coach Adira and she's let my faith in you sustain you or something like that.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. When she goes
I
into
think
the
that's it, yeah.
when
think
she
so.
goes into the Trill cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
By the way, I'm sorry. By the way, when she goes into the Trill cave, the special effects of when she actually goes in there and she links up with everybody is awesome.
Starfleet Boy
Sorry,
loves that visual
interrupted
effect
you. I
thing.
apologize.
Yeah, wait, sorry. What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you guys when I went away.
Yeah,
for-
well, I.
What
yeah,
was
I,
it that you guys were trying? What did Braxton say? I heard a little bit. Braxton, what was the quote of Burnham?
dude, they were talking about me and you shooting a scene when you relaunch your OnlyFans, dude.
Ooh, let's do it. I'm down.
No, we were talking
each
about
of you is one nacelle of the ship of this show.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, oh, OnlyFans, Star Trek. No, but what was? Only fan Star Trek.
It's episode 4, Forget Me Not. It's yeah, I'm gonna look up.
What was the quote though? I missed all the thing. I couldn't
We
hear
were
all the
talking
things.
about when Michael Burnham told that young lady, "Let my belief in you sustain you."
Oh, I don't remember when she says that, but I
Dude,
think it
you
might have
told-
been.
Dude, you totally do, because me and you, like, we were having like a back and forth about that on Twitter.
I know, but I have it. I'm sure we did. I just have a bad memory. I have had too many head injuries in my life, but but PJ probably is right. It's probably Forget Me Not. He probably knows. By the way, Braxton, you were on almost all of our commentaries for Star Trek. We did, PJ and I. I'm so proud of this. We completed. We're up to date. We've done a commentary, a fan commentary, or a commentary, whatever you want to call it, for every episode of Star Trek Discovery, except for the one Sean did. There's like 2. I think you did 2 episodes.
Because I feel like PJ and Sean were doing them at like 2 p.m. and I couldn't watch them like in the afternoon.
Yeah, they're like daytime believers, daydream believers.
Are you guys gonna?
I'm really drunk, guys. Sorry.
Are you guys gonna do that for season 4? Like,
yes. PJ, are we doing that for season 4?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean
I'm
to.
I'm just watching the scene to see if
He's trying to actually answer Braxton's question. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't mean to impose myself on your commentaries, but I would be open to being on one of those.
It would have to be one where I only do them with PJ alone. I don't do no, I'm just kidding. I will not do them with anyone but PJ. That's the only way I will do them.
You fascist! Sorry.
Starfleet Boy, you totally do a 3-way.
Braxton, stop reading me on camera. No, I'm just kidding. You're totally fine. By the way, okay, have you guys, Braxton, have you seen Is Paris Burning? Paris is Burning? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And I have to watch Pose. I heard Pose is kind of based on that documentary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Pose is it just recently ended. It's 3 seasons. It's a really good show.
I only thought of that because reading and shade comes from
from trans
yeah,
culture.
from culture, from like way before I thought that it was so meta because I always like grew up saying it, but like I didn't grow up saying it, but I learned it later, and then I was like, where did that come from? And I was like, it came from my generation. I was when I was a little boy in that generation, but whatever.
Pose is so beautiful. It is so joyous.
Everyone says this. That's what everyone says.
But
has anyone else here seen
so
Pose?
Sad.
It is sad
because it's about a really, really hard time in queer history, like the
that's Russell T Davis. Sorry,
no, Russell T Davis. You're thinking of It's a Sin, which is also really good. Have you seen that, Braxton?
Mm-mm.
Go watch It's a Sin. It's really good.
Sorry, my writer's brain is on overdrive.
Pose is it's an American series. What channel does it air on? I forget. It's like
FX.
not FX. Yeah.
But Pose is one of these shows that has a phenomenal cast. You have like Blanca.
Dude, you watch Pose?
I've seen every episode.
Oh shit! Dude.
Yes.
Like Billy Porter's Pray Tell and Evangelista, but Dominic Jackson is that this? I might hold on.
Dominic Jackson, yeah.
Oh my God, one of the best character. I forget the character's name. What's the character's name? Her name in that?
Electra.
Jesus.
Electra.
But
Electra Abundance.
Electra Abundance. And holy shit, the first season, she's really good with Chris Maloney. She has a relationship with him, and there's this issue about like he wants her to keep the penis because some men who are into people who are transitioning, once that's gone, once they fully transition, they're like, oh, I'm not into that because I want it.
I think Eddie Murphy's into what you're talking about.
Maybe, but they deal with that issue, and like at first she's this very crass, fun to watch character, and then once you get into season 3, I won't give anything away, you get some of her backstory and a relationship with her mother. It's like This is like epic storytelling you've never seen before. It's not like it's completely new, but it's refreshing, and every single character in it, like Evan Peters is in it, Sandra Bernhard, but like I said, Billy Porter and not Michelle Rodriguez, MJ Rodriguez, India Moore, Angel Bismarck, who plays Esteban, who's a straight guy that they've kind of integrated into their gay trans culture, and he ends up being like such a fucking noble, like likable dude.
But you know Poppy's a prostitute. Poppy is like down on the piers. Poppy like says that he's straight, but I feel like Poppy is a prostitute, dude. Like, I mean, because like they're all hanging out down at the piers. People at the piers like having sex and selling sex. You know, like he might
maybe he's pan, maybe he's pan.
But Poppy is like, you know, like I feel like he's getting in dudes' cars and like dudes are like sucking his dick and stuff, you know, and like they're like giving him money. Like Poppy's a prostitute.
Gay for pay, right? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
If you're like a straight dude, you'll do it for like you won't.
I think it's called trade. Blue Sparrow says, "I love Pose. Watch it now." Okay, I will watch it. And I'm actually, based on the way you guys are talking about it, it sounds really exciting. So I'm super into it.
But it's fun too, man. There's some like great comedy, and like it's a joy to watch. I never expected. Yeah. I watched it on like by accident, like the first episode. I was like, oh, let's check this out. This new show on FX. Cause I check out like almost every new thing and like give it like one shot, and I'm like, that's no good. But this one hooked. Watched it all 3 seasons. But there's not a lot of shows like that though, you know?
I have to watch the show now. Blue, you're giving me a huge ego right now, so now my friends here have to bring me down.
You do look cute tonight, Starfleet.
No, I don't look cute. No, stop. You're supposed to bring me down. Ruben, help me out here. Also,
you should wear a blonde wig.
Ruben, shame Starfleet Boy so he feels better.
Shame me so I feel better. But thank you, Braxton. Also, Starfleet Boy, you are looking super cute tonight. What is different? I have a new hairpiece. It's a new wig I'm wearing tonight. That's got to be what it is. Also, I'm not wearing my glasses. Maybe that's what.
Can I just say one more thing about the show?
I don't really know what he looks like because I have his panel closed. I have a little box over so Starfleet Boys because it's kind of hard to look at. So
wow.
The rest of you are beautiful.
So wait,
thank you, Ruben. That's what I needed. Thank you,
Ruben.
But one more thing about that show, Pose. I just want to say that it is very sad. It deals with the AIDS epidemic, and it gets very depressing. Not as much as It's a Sin though. It's a Sin is like make you cry kind of sad thing, really like just depressing.
Well, that's enough for me. I don't need to watch it, dude.
No, Braxton, you should watch it. You should really watch it. It's really good.
It's not a fun watch, I can tell you that. There's parts of it that are really great, but then it's like
I don't want to watch heavy. People have fucking AIDS and fucking
it's
like that sounds terrible.
It's okay to deal with it, but when it is a good show, like it really is. It tears your heart out. But I can understand how some people just like I can't watch a show that is just like so depressing, and it really is Starfleet Boy, isn't it? It really does make you feel like
I cried nonstop. But it's like a good cry, like.
It's not a good cry. It's more like a
it was like
the world.
I needed like putting on like an ignore list or something right now.
No, I needed it. I needed that movie. I consider it a movie. It feels like one. It's intense. It's very
well made.
It's very well made. Yeah, it's very intense. But there's a lot of layers for it for me because Russell T Davies, as Marcelo was pointing out, is the person who wrote it and kind of like made the show. He is he's like a huge Doctor Who fan. He did a whole season of Doctor Who, but he also did the original British Queer as Folk, and it was a phenomena at the time, and I was so hooked to it. And then we got the American version, which is also awesome, by the way. Did you watch Queer as Folk, Braxton? The American version, at least?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yes.
I watched that hotness, dude.
Yes.
Like,
It was like it was a liberating show for young queer folk out there
Yeah.
because we felt like, wow, is this real? And it is. No, but like, whatever. It can be. We'll just say it can be. But no, everything in life comes with bitter and sweet, and so that's the thing about Russell T Davies. I think of him as like, are you fans of the director named Pedro Almodovar?
Mm-hmm.
So I think of him as like
since
the British.
Since I was five.
Nice.
I've never heard of him. Who is he?
You got to check him out. One of the best movies Almodovar has done, in my opinion. He's done a lot of great ones, and people will argue that this is not his best, but it's Todo sobre mi madre, which means all about my mother. I highly suggest it. It's a great movie. But anyways, Russell T Davies is like a master of like melodrama, I feel like. And
So he's a queer writer, a queer director?
Yeah, he's also a queer director.
My only complaint with Russell T Davies, and I don't want to get shot for who's on the panel right now, is that he released a statement before he did his most recent series that he was only going to focus on. This is totally going to make you sound like an asshole. But he was only going to focus on making material for the LGBT community moving forward. That he wasn't going to do, that he wasn't going to venture into any more sci-fi or any other areas of.
What's wrong with that? That's his prerogative. That's his right as like a creator. Like, why is that a bad thing? Why are you an asshole?
I wanted to preface this by acknowledging that I do sound like an asshole for saying that, but I respect his choice, but I'm just a little disappointed that he's not going to venture into other sections.
That's his jam. He's already reached, in my opinion, he's an auteur or like someone who I feel like people. I feel like a patron of his. Like I want Russell T Davies just to make whatever he wants. I think it's cool.
Yeah, no, I think that I just came. I think that I just hopped on the Russell T Davies train a little late, so I feel sort of slighted, But that's my problem. That's neither here nor there.
That is your problem, Marcelo. But I still accept it. It's fine.
I think it's wonderful that he's decided
George Lucas
that
is totally allowed to redo Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. What's that?
No, I was just thinking that I think that it's totally wonderful that that he wants to tell queer stories, because I feel like there's not enough people who are telling queer stories.
I agree.
I think that's true.
No,
now,
and,
can I pose a question?
Is he gay? I mean, it's kind of maybe a stupid question, but is he gay?
I believe he identifies as homosexual.
Russell T Davies?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
gay.
he's gay. Yeah,
he's gay.
Yeah. India Moore from Pose and MJ Rodriguez had an interview with MTV where they're talking about how, it's not okay for a white woman to play an Asian person or a cis person to play a trans person and all this stuff. And then MJ came in and said, well, if you want to challenge yourself as an actor, I can understand that. I'm paraphrasing. So why not let trans people play cis roles? And, if it's really about actors challenging themselves, then leave it open to everybody to do that, because she said, I know the woman's experience, so I could play a character who was born a woman and whatever. And then India talked about how, like, sometimes in terms of casting, if somebody's gender is not being dissected, what does it matter anyway? You know what I mean? Like, so this oversensitivity to, you have to be the exact thing in real life that as the character you play in the movie, or something very close to it. No, but ridiculous. They're kind of looking at both sides of it and saying, like, okay, let's say like Jared Leto playing a trans person. Even today, some people may, object to that, but it's like, okay, if that cis male actor does that, then why not a trans actor play a cis role?
I
But
completely
the thing
agree
is,
with that.
a
No, I completely agree with
trans
that.
a
Well, what's
trans
fun?
experience is so like, gosh, you know what, dude? Like, I don't think that I could play a trans role because I don't know what it's like to be a trans person, you know?
Mm.
I don't think that, cisgender people can play trans people because it will not be authentic.
I think that the whole
Well,
point of
that's
acting.
the whole acting. That's acting. It's
Well, the
almost
Well,
funny
like
thing
if
about
I
it
was
too
just
is
gonna
that
say
in
is
theater,
I think they'll.
there's no stigma with that. The first play I ever worked on professionally was Henry V, and King Henry was played by a black woman, Sapire Moyo, and no one questions that in theater.
Yeah, it's true. You're
There's something
100% right.
about
Kenneth
movies that
Branagh. Wait, can I just give a shout out to Kenneth Branagh? Kenneth Branagh was doing theater on screen forever, and for example, he cast Denzel Washington as a character, and people were like in America were like, "Oh my god, is that right?" And people in theater people were like, "Yeah, no one cares. You guys are like old fashioned," and it's so true. It's so true. But I just have to say that like I do think that there is a danger that we enter because I think the profession of performance or acting, I believe you should be able to like branch out from what you are and play other characters. That's the whole point is like we all kind of have to empathize with quote unquote the other in order to understand the other. So we all have to kind of act a little bit like in order to truly understand like what it's like to be something completely opposite of yourself. You have to act like that thing a little bit, and I think that's what performance is down like at its most basic level. It's a way to understand another thing, like to understand something that's not you necessarily or the baseline version of you. And so I think
I
actors should always be allowed to, and I think it's wonderful if like a trans actor actually turned it around and played their role as a cis character. That would be amazing. I think I would love
and
to see that. I think that would
and
be
that's
like
a
an
way
amazing
for.
like new development in performance.
And I'm not talking about where it's like if you're like you're trying to play a different like Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's or something like that kind of thing is playing another race basically is it's a thing that's like, yes, that's fucking crazy, like don't do that anymore. And they were making a point about how like a white woman shouldn't play an Asian woman. Like Cloud Atlas has a lot of questionable choices where white actors are in looking made up to look Asian. It's very strange and would never. That was 2012, I think. Never fly now, and rightfully so. But if I think if like the whole thing about acting is that yes, you shouldn't play something like John Goodman shouldn't come out and play a woman, say, but Glenn Close twice in her career has played a man, once in Hook, and another
what
woman.
about
I think
Jack Black playing Martin Luther King?
that's blackface. That's obviously very offensive.
No, but you know what? You know what would be interesting if you didn't do blackface. If a white actor played a black character, but just not in makeup or anything like that, that actually might be interesting. Like,
And
there might,
I'm also I'm also totally sorry to cut you out, but I'm also totally for gay actors playing straight people or straight people playing gay characters.
I think like it just depends. Like Hamilton is a great example of like another stage performance that does that really well. Like you can have George Washington played by a black man, and it's totally you believe 100% that that's George Washington that you're watching on stage. You know what I mean? Like there's just like certain ways of doing it that are like non-apologetic and just like very direct. And if you do it that way, I think it can be powerful.
Yeah.
An actor is not the character, like something. An actor is not the character, like, yeah, gay actors can play straight people. I mean, there are straight people who play like dudes who are like drug dealers and
Ewan
liars, but the
Ewan
actors aren't that
McGregor
bad.
plays gay amazing. Like if you guys watch if you guys what was the show Halston.
Halston,
Oh my god, I'm like, okay, Ewan McGregor,
Right.
what the heck am I witnessing right here? You know what I mean? Like
Michael K. Williams plays one of the best gay characters I've ever seen in a TV show named Omar, and he's a gangster
in The
who
Wire.
The Wire.
everybody behind, like, they're afraid of him to his face, but the second he like walks away, they call him a dick suck and an F. I'm not gonna say the word, but the F word and all this, and but it's this thing where like they're scared to be homophobic around him because he's so terrifying, and he's not your typical. He's not your stereotypical gay character. Back then, when the Wire was on, like, there was nothing like that, and like it was the first gay character that I find a lot of people like. My cousin, I want to not name names. But one of my cousins is like homophobic, like backwards kind of dude, and he loved The Wire back in the day. But he loved the character of Omar. It was like one of his favorite TV characters of all time. And in fact, I think it's Obama's favorite TV character of all time too. But I found that funny. I'm like, dude, you're clearly like have a problem. You probably have issues or something. But like, when it comes to characters on TV, like it's all cool. I find that kind of like dichotomy with psychological fucking like disturbance in people quite strange. Like how they're like. You get hints that they've got certain problems, but then like they love these shows. Like, well, my cousin loves Will and Grace, but he's like, oh, I don't believe in same-sex stuff or something.
But he loves
It's like,
Will and Grace
but you watch Will and Grace, but that's a TV show. It's like you're confused, man.
because
That's
he
like
likes
his
that.
MCU.
That's a little hypocritical.
That's to be not to be fair, but just to give it a little bit of context. He is a little simple. Like like clinically.
Thinking about actors not being their characters, what do you guys think about Black Panther and the death of the actor? I really want Black Panther, T'Challa specifically, to be recast. Like, I know that's not going to happen, but Chadwick Boseman is not T'Challa, and T'Challa should not die just because Chadwick Boseman did. I would really, really like to see another T'Challa.
Yeah, I mean,
So you wouldn't be. I'm sorry, Marcelo. You wouldn't be satisfied with them writing it in a way where whatever somebody takes up the mantle, but it's not T'Challa. It's just someone else in the Black Panther.
That's why actually what they're doing. Angela Bassett recently talked about the heavy amount of rewrites on the script to change because of the circumstances of.
Just recast T'Challa. We need T'Challa.
Well, they're already filming it and it's not happened. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Shuri. Or no, not Shuri. Lupita Nyong'o's character. Could be
you know
her.
what? I completely agree with you, Braxton, that I trust in Kevin Feige, but I do think that he made a misstep. They should have recasted the character of T'Challa to sort of continue Chadwick Boseman's legacy.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the much safer route. With that being said, I'm completely open to seeing what Kevin Feige and his team are going to present for us.
I mean, they have an open door. They've introduced the whole multiverse thing, so they could just introduce another T'Challa from another universe.
And that's exactly
played by another actor, and that's it. End the story.
Just introduce another T'Challa. Because the thing is, dude, there are so many stories. There are so many good stories that are already written for him. Like, you don't need to like make up all this stuff because the source material is already there. Like, the multiverse is already here. Like, this is the perfect time to just like, oh, this is like T'Challa from like wherever, and now he's here now. It's like,
But
okay, well,
it's kind of like the Paul Walker situation where I mean, I don't know if they're gonna kill T'Challa off or retire him where he's like gone somewhere or something. But like with Paul Walker's character in the 7th movie, how like they gave him a send off and like, yeah, we're not gonna recast him. We're just gonna say he's around, but like never really show him again. I think it has something to do with the tragedy behind the death. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like the way he died is very tragic, car accident, and then you get like poor Chadwick Boseman who's battling colon cancer, and and there was such a love for him because he was such a good person. And then like I think you could have gotten the best guy to replace him, like really like just the best actor in the goddamn world, and still people would have been like, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, certainly like there are people here who would be like, yes, do that, but I think there would be a whole bunch of people who just would be against the recasting, considering the love they had for the actor. It would have been different. Like it's a different situation if it's I think like a Brody in Iron Man and Iron Man 2.
Couldn't
like,
you just
okay,
like
yeah,
jump
we don't
like
mind recasting him, but
couldn't you jump like 2 decades into the future and just recast T'Challa as an older character, like the same as like how his father
why would
was?
they jump 2 decades into the future in Phase 4? And here's another reason why I think Shuri or
who would you cast
Why
as
so
the
hard?
Peter
Right.
Namago's character might be Black Panther, because they're doing a whole female-centric Phase 4. You know that, right? Like it starts with Black Widow. It's gonna be like, and we get the
Natalie Portman as Thor? Yes, I'm so excited.
and then we're possibly
What?
gonna have a female Black Panther.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a very
gonna be the-
female-centric
yes.
Phase 4. So
I'm
that's,
so
I think that's
excited.
the plan.
I actually had a debate in high school if women needed men at all, and I lost the debate. I was on the men's side. I was on the women need men side. The women
women don't
pwned
need
me so big time. So you know,
We
women
all
don't need men.
we all need each other. That's what we.
I like
No, you can artificially produce the genetic. Well, you could have like a genetic arc of great material, and you can just keep making.
Hey, Daddy, can you tell me the story of how I was born? Well, I jerked off in a test tube, and then they stuck it up some strangers.
they stuck it up some girl.
But
they
wait,
stuck it
who
up
would
some
you
woman's
cast
hoo-ha.
as if
With a
they did
turkey
jump
baster.
forward? If they did jump forward, who would you cast as T'Challa like 20 years later?
Morgan
Who would
Wesley Snipes.
Morgan Freeman. Wesley Snipes is good. I
Wesley
like
Snipes
that.
is in his 60s, dude.
No, that's too old. How old was T'Challa?
Like, so Chadwick Boseman was like about
Too old. You
40.
just said Morgan Freeman, dude.
Wait,
So,
Chadwick Boseman was 40?
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
He
Chadwick
looked
Boseman was like
great.
42. Like
He
43.
looked great for 40 something.
Black
Oh
don't
my
crack,
gosh,
baby.
I thought he was like, we found out Chadwick Boseman died on the show, and I didn't make the connection. Like I didn't know Chadwick Boseman. I saw Black Panther, but I never like connected. I was like, oh, is that Chadwick? You know, whatever. Anyways, I did a thing, and after that, I started exploring him. He's a great actor. I had no idea about him. I only knew
Yeah.
about Black Panther. I only knew about him through Black Panther, and I didn't even know
Yeah.
his name. I felt so bad.
Two great performances by Chadwick Boseman are 42. Well, this is actually 3. 42. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
Mhm.
and the James Brown movie. Somebody help me out here.
Get on up.
Thank you, PJ. He was
Ma
a-
Rainey's Black Bottom, man. Oh my God, his
Yeah.
performance in that is when he's talking about something that happened to his mother. And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh no! Did his mother get raped and murdered or something?
You never,
I never saw.
Spoilers.
no, I can't say that. It's hard to talk about, like, with the way he talks about it. It's really disturbing. And you see, I don't want to give anything away, but he's not in his right mind in the movie. Like, he's very distraught and can't quite get it together, and people are trying to tell him to calm down throughout the whole thing.
That
It
was
gets
his
to-
last movie too, right? That
His
was
last
Yeah,
theatrical performance.
Yeah.
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 And he looked very
Skinny.
frail in the movie too.
Yeah.
So,
He's
I
playing
remember-
like a musician, right? Is that the one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing him in like on Twitter in the summer, and I was like, "Oh damn!" Like Chadwick Boseman is skinny as shit. Maybe he's like getting ready for some role, but
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
but no.
Really sad. But yeah, you could go 20 years into the future, and Wesley Snipes could totally play. If you went like 40 years
Wesley
into the
Snipes
future,
is
Chadwick
Wesley
Boseman
Snipes is,
6
like,
feet
always-
tall, just
no,
so
he's
we
too
know.
old. Wait, who's the younger? Who's
Wesley
like,
Snipes. Oh shit!
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Wesley Snipes should say a line in the new Black Panther 20 years from now, where he's like, "Always bet on Black Panther."
Wesley Snipes could be a really great Black Panther. Wesley Snipes is about 60, but he still looks really good for his age.
If you went really old, like played him like an older king, he could be Keith David.
Didn't I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't like Wesley Snipes try and get a Black Panther movie off the ground back in the day?
He did.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, he was almost.
Oh, no way. Oh wow.
Yeah, he did.
So, but to with the alternate universe theory or the multiverse theory that we seem to be going towards here, this is a pretty obvious choice, but I would love to see what Michael B. Jordan would do with the character of oh my God, T'Challa. Thank you.
T'Challa.
Ta-da!
Like
You know,
challah bread, but T'Challa. T'Challa bread. I'm
You know,
sorry.
I wonder if Michael B. Jordan is a strong enough actor for that. Like, cause okay, I don't want to like. So the thing is, I just don't think that Michael B. Jordan is that good of an actor. Like he looks really good. Like I feel like he's good at playing like his like little street role, like his little hood thing. But like I don't think that he's like a good flexible actor. So
Well, have you seen him in Just Mercy?
Oh,
You seen his OnlyFans? He's flexible, baby.
Wow, can you send that link to me? Ruben?
I would subscribe to his OnlyFans, dude. Like, oh wow.
Interesting. Wow. And speaking of OnlyFans, yes, subscribe to my OnlyFans. There's nothing on there right now.
Dude,
But,
you're going down a rabbit hole.
We can totally make it show.
You're gonna get
No, but I wanted to. Did we ever answer that question about like, is it acceptable for like someone today to have a holodeck fantasy like an OnlyFans? Is OnlyFans a holodeck? Is that what it is? Can we say it's acceptable? I think
You
we
are
can.
so
Yeah,
horny
it's
tonight,
acceptable.
man. You're just like-
It's true.
You better not be
acceptable.
dressing up as me on your OnlyFans.
It's true. It's true.
I feel like one of the first uses for a holodeck is probably gonna be sex, and then
Oh, no, for sure.
and then like after the sex, like we'll be like, oh okay, well like let's get like some more scenery and like some food and some different experiences. But like the sex is
You
gonna
can
be
usually
first.
tell when something's has staying power when the porn industry gets involved.
You
Yeah.
know what
And
I
I'm
would
not
use
kidding
it for?
about that. The internet, the early days of the internet was almost all porn. BBSs and all that stuff was just almost all
That's right.
porn. So it's like when the porn industry gets involved, you're like, okay, this is staying power.
But wouldn't you think a lot of people, some even more than sex, and I think I would use this more than I would for sex, massages and like spa treatments and stuff, and like being pampered, just like not even sexual, just being like just relaxing stuff. Like,
Well, I guess
like
that's the thing about it. It could be whatever you need, right? Like if you're somebody who doesn't need the sex, but you need the
And,
intimacy.
exactly, and that's why the people on TNG were so chill and not like they didn't have too much of a problem with each other
Well, because
because
they were all also have probably their own
every-
programs.
every dude's balls was emptied and every woman was like, I've had my 4 orgasms today and my back rub.
I went to Data's quarters.
Wow, Data, poor Data. All right, that's okay. I think we did a good job today on Starfleet Boy After Dark. We were. Is there anything we haven't covered? I don't think we talked about Loki enough.
We talked about Loki when you were away, Starfleet Boy.
You did. Did you guys talk about Kid Loki, Classic Loki, Boastful Loki? Did anyone talk about Boastful Loki? And did anyone talk about alligator Loki?
No. Well. In all fairness, when you went away, I said kind of fuck Loki, and I switched the conversation to Star Trek Discovery for some reason. So sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
what you get when
You
you
can't
didn't
trust
charge.
that guy with the make it show.
PJ was saying earlier that he didn't understand like how these variants exist, right? Is that what you were saying, PJ?
I'm saying if there's one particular sacred timeline that you're trying to maintain, then why they're... And I don't understand the variant thing. Like, you take the wrong bus or something? Or, like,
Yeah,
what
so,
do
okay,
you
like,
do that
here's
makes
how
you
it
a
works.
variant?
Ready?
That's unclear.
So if there is such a thing as a sacred timeline, it means that every single possible outcome has been determined from the beginning of the universe to the end of the universe.
And the only
right?
logical assumption at this point is that this sacred timeline that they're talking about is a bullshit. It's a smokescreen.
Right, because someone has decided what the sacred timeline is. So one person or an individual or a group of individuals have decided this is the way, because they're like, we've analyzed all the other possibilities and only these set of circumstances result in the creation of the sacred timeline itself. It's like a bootstrap paradox, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So they are constantly fighting to maintain this one outcome, no matter what, so that the TVA can be created, etc., etc.
I think...
But what happens is you can't just destroy a timeline. It has to go into this void space, right?
yeah.
And so the Lokis, all these variant Lokis, they're just so fucking good at surviving that they've survived in the void all this time. And that's who these people are variants of Loki that were really wild, like a kid Loki that killed Thor, boastful Loki who actually had the Infinity Gauntlet. Apparently, that's amazing. He might have actually done that. And then classic Loki, played by Richard E. Grant, which is amazing. He's like he's like a brilliant actor. And so, I mean, and then you have the fucking crocodile, and that's just like gags forever. And so, yeah, I thought it was great.
I hate mind fuckery, and
I hate your mind fuckery, Starfleet Boy.
and dude, and so that's why I am not that into Loki. I can't tell what's going on. It doesn't have the same magic.
I want to talk to you again. You have to come on next week when Loki ends, and we can all talk about it as a complete series, because I think that'll be, because you are gonna watch it all the way through, right, Baxton?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then we should definitely talk about it. I'm excited.
I agree.
Mindfuckery is so much fun. Just personally, mindfuckery
Braxton,
is so much fun.
As a long-time listener, first-time caller, we have a couple of options to kind of wrap up the show. One is we can read from a script, any script, and you can choose it, and we'll look for it. If everyone's down, we can read. Oh, Marcelo won't read from it, but he'll tell us how good we are or we aren't. But that's one option. Or we could play a game. Do you have a game that we could end the night on?
Ooh. So I could read from a script, or I could play a game. It doesn't matter. Well,
what would be your suggestion for a script reading?
Like, would it be like just me, or like do I have to suggest?
No, it'd be. I would definitely be in. Ruben, are you down to read from a script?
Sure.
PJ, you down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd have 1, 2, and Marcelo, are you actually down to read?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a script suggestion. The Birdcage.
The Birdcage, and that it would be for 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
Yeah.
Find us a role for 4 people that's a contender. Braxton, do you have something in mind for 4 people?
Oh my god, I don't. Let's play a game instead.
Okay, what game? Do you have a game in mind? Do you have a game for us to play to end the night on?
Oh fuck.
Oh, it's on your shoulders. Yes.
Oh damn, dude. You know I'm not an ideas guy. I'm a worker bee.
I think you're an ideas guy. All right, fine. No, all right. You don't want to you don't want to read from the Birdcage. I haven't seen that movie in years, but I feel like I can do it. I want to be Hank Azaria's character.
Agador, our faithful houseboy.
I think either Ruben or PJ should be Robin Williams, and I think Braxton should be Nathan Lane. And I could be the wall to wall if someone wants another character. I hear someone furiously typing to see if they can find it. Do you have another script that you want to read from, possibly, Braxton?
Like when you said like a script, I was thinking of like this like this like token line that's like been like really powerful to me.
The one
like,
you posted today, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been loving that, dude. Like I like been sending it to everyone.
Lord of the Rings. Okay, let's see. Let's pull up something. I think I can do this. Hold on. I am super uncoordinated at the moment because I've been drinking a martini. It's a really good martini. Have you guys ever had martini?
You look fine.
No, I'm quite. I think the word is crunk.
Yeah, well, I'm probably getting used to you, so that's why I said that.
I only get crunk on Friday
The man
nights
is
in
drunk.
public.
Yeah.
This guy is
You
drunk.
gotta say turned.
Turnt. I am turnt.
Turn.
We still
I
have
should
one
post it.
audience member. I wonder
You
who's
should
still.
show that picture I sent you in chat on Facebook of the car.
Oh yeah, we have. Oh shit, there's like a bunch of stuff I was supposed to share that I haven't shared. Thanks for reminding me. Hold on, let me pull up this stuff. All right, you guys make it
Share
show
your
one.
feelings, boy.
Share your feelings. Make it show. We're not gonna read. I can't do it. I can't pull up a script. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull up these.
Braxton, so why do you have Lord of the Rings on the brain right now?
Because I was like just on Twitter the other day, and like this dude posted, he was like, "Oh, can you explain this gap in your resume?" And then like his next line was like from Tolkien, and it's like this line that says, "I threw down my enemy, and he fell from the high place and broke the mountainside where he smote it with ruin. The darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. I wandered far on roads that I will not tell."
Oh my
Like
God,
I just
did it?
fucking love that, dude. Like I just feel
That-
like so fucking into that.
That's
Like,
Gandalf's thing when he died. It's so
oh, dude,
beautiful.
like-
Yeah, it's so
like-
good.
I've traveled on roads
That is amazing.
that I will not tell. Like damn, dude.
We're just gonna We're just gonna end there because that's beautiful. You did that
Such a
beautifully,
lovely line.
Braxton. You had that memorized.
No, I
Yeah.
have my phone in front of me.
You do? Oh my
Oh.
god, I was so impressed. I was like, holy shit. Braxton just pulled that shit out of his
Dude.
like
What-
out of
yeah.
nowhere. That was really good. I was
Dude, like you smite your enemy,
Yeah.
and then like darkness takes you. Whoa, wow.
No, I bought that. I bought that.
You did well. I think that's a good place. Everyone, what do you got going on? What's going on, Ruben?
Interviews on popaxiom.com. I actually was supposed to interview the composer of Loki last week, but we had to reschedule, so it'll be next week.
That sounds
then
really
we-
cool.
Ruben's got some good interviews. He did Jefferson Russo, the Star Trek composer. He's got a lot. If you go to Pop Axiom, that's where most of his work is, and you can go to ruben-writes.com.
Yep.
Ooh, how do I know these things at this advanced level of drunk? Anyways, you can go to there and you can see a showcase of his work if he's updated his website. And yeah, he's a cool guy. I've known him since the third grade. What?
Oh my gosh! Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
I know.
You guys are
I
listening
didn't
to,
introduce you guys formally. Ruben, Braxton, you've been on this stream the whole night. Ruben, yo, me, Braxton.
Dude,
Braxton-
I'm familiar with Ruben. I've watched your shows many
I know,
times.
but
Yeah.
Braxton, you're like a dear friend of mine that Ruben hasn't met yet, and so now you've met. So there you go. You guys have met now.
Hey, Ruben, nice to meet you. And nice to meet you, Marcelo.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
nice
it's
to meet you
Marcelo
too.
and Braxton's first time too. This is like fun stream. I'm so glad you guys met.
I've been on here before. I've been on here for like 8 weeks.
No, it's your first time with Braxton.
Oh, it was the first time with Braxton.
I know you love to make it show. I love that you love to make it show. Thank you.
Sorry, you gotta
No,
seriously.
you're-
You have to like one episode. You really have to kick out the legs from under me for that because I feel like a total fraud when I do that.
No, you're great. You're awesome.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Yeah, you're pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Anyway, so what have you got going on, Marcelo? What's going on in your world?
Yeah, well, I have a year-round podcast called Radio A15, which is all about J.J. Abrams and his extended Bad Robot universe. Yeah, here come the pitchforks. I also have a personal podcast that's called the Red Wall Podcast, and that, while in season, releases every Wednesday. And you can also check out my YouTube channel at Balloonhead Productions. I do some amazing stuff on there as well, so that's where you can find me.
Very
and
cool.
Thank you for having me.
No, you're always welcome. It's cool. Blue Sparrow says, "This is so fun. You guys are the best. My computer's getting slow. I need to get a new computer. Blue, go to my OnlyFans and help me get a new computer." No, that's so bad. I'm sorry. I mean, I do actually have an OnlyFans. Starfleet Boy does have an OnlyFans. So, Blue, I don't know. Just go over there and see what's going on. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, PJ, what's going? We did an ET thing that was epic just recently. That was like the last thing we did. No, we did it also a discussion about the latest Star Trek news, which was fun too.
And we might possibly, very likely, do a Black Widow commentary tomorrow night.
Yes, you should.
Yes. I'm ready.
But because we're not women, we could get canceled for doing it. I just want to warn you. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
We might. It's okay.
It's a joke, people. Well, I'm already canceled, so who cares? See you later.
So everyone check out PJ's Media Reviews and Boat Rack. Both channels are worth subscribing. Braxton does not have a YouTube.
Well, not so much the other one, but yeah.
Okay. Which, I don't know. Braxton does not have a YouTube, but you can find him at Leviathan
026 on Twitter. I basically just like retweet people that I like. You might see some hot dudes on there as well. But yeah, I'm not like like a creator like these dudes are. But I'm around.
And you're always welcome on Starfleet Boy and Starfleet Boy After Dark. Tomorrow we are doing The Trouble with Tribbles at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Starfleet Boy, the regular channel. This is Starfleet Boy After Dark. It's a little more, like exotic. Is that the right word for it? We have a nice little crew every week. What's that? What are you gonna say if you did?
I was gonna say you meant to say erotic.
Erotic. Tonight was the most. This was the horniest episode of Starfleet Boy After Dark I've ever been on. So I feel really honored that I was with you guys for this episode.
It's the first episode I've done without pants on.
All right, audience. We were so happy that you were here. Blue, thanks. I think you're the only audience member left. I think we scared everyone away, but Blue, thank you for being on. And everybody live long and prosper, and we'll see you next time.